Good hot 45.
For the what you call it, start. Bam. All right, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. We got this late show going, man. We competing with Nightcap and Corey Holcomb, man. Late spot tonight, man. Let's go ahead and get it started. We ain't gonna keep it up too long tonight anyway, man. We're gonna get rolling tonight. All right, so my name is Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210. It's at Being That Loan Officer on all social media. Also hit the YouTube up at Being That Loan Officer. You can like, subscribe, tell a friend. Please share our content. We building our audience, so we on the come up. Go www.applywithb.com if you want to book me for a consultation, or you want to go ahead and apply for a mortgage. You can call me at 832-775-8357. Call me 24/7. It's about business. Also, www.brandonbdixon.com if you want to lease, you want to list, you want to collab, whatever you want to do. Go to my website, www.brandonbdixon.com. Last but not least, go to clcinvestmentclub.com if you want to go ahead and mitigate your risk and go ahead and get into the fix and flip or buy and hold game. All right, Corey, I got you set up here. Boom.
Corey Smith, Commodore Mortgage. Holler at us for all your mortgage needs. Short and sweet.
One of your first time in a long time being here at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
Different.
Look, it feels good because I've been missing.
Right. But we ain't gonna waste no time. I ain't gonna do no. Let's go and get started with this first clip, man. I really don't have a theme really to it this week. I got a little bit here and there, man. I got a little bit of motivational video, a little bit of funny videos, a little bit of real estate videos, just kind of stuff I put to the side that I thought was interesting that we would chit chat about. So, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started with this one right here. I think I had this one left over from last week. I had a couple of them left over from last week. So let's start with those. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with the ones that left over from last week, and then we'll just work our way down.
Yeah, that's fine.
So boom, let's go ahead and get it. Well, hold on. All right, let's go ahead and get it.
Right, a big house with a front yard, that white picket fence. It's not an attainable reality for some. A study by the National Association of Real Estate Brokers shows fewer than 50% of Black people in the U.S. own a home. Several factors contribute to that low rate. That includes higher home prices. The average price of a home here in Charlotte, more than $392,000. Household income also plays a role. So it can be a long path to owning property. WBTV's Nia Harden spoke to a local realtor who is teaching people, especially those in the Black community, about their options for eventually owning a home. It's tonight's cover story.
In 2014, I paid $1,000 for it. So they couldn't get rid of the house.
Real estate investor Nasser El Arabi remembers what things looked like in 2008 when he first started buying properties in Charlotte.
Nobody wanted to touch anything there.
Why was that?
Because they were predominantly Black and they were called like the hood. So nobody wanted, people told me, you bought him, what's wrong with you? What's your problem?
For El Arabi, it's not about buying more properties. It's about investing in the Black community. He says he felt inspired to start investing after seeing a Black investor look at homes in his neighborhood when he was young.
I just had that representation that said, I can do this. And ever since then, me being 19, I asked my father, so how do I get into real estate? And that's when the journey began. I bought it for $45,000. Today, this property, as it sits today, my last appraisal was $475,000.
The old houses have been sold, renovated, or torn down in a community that was once considered to some investors as unattractive. El Arabi says most of the Black people living in this neighborhood don't own, they rent.
You know, when they see me, the conversation changes. They're like, it's good to see a Black man own something. You know, I get that whole thing. And, you know, they say, man, I've been in this neighborhood since, you know, with no white people coming around here. Nobody would walk their dog, nobody would do none of that. And, you know, it's good to see.
A study by the National Association of Real Estate Brokers shows less than 50% of Black people in the U.S. own a home. Several factors contribute to the low rate, including higher home prices and household income. El Arabi says there's also a lack of home ownership education. It's the reason why he started his YouTube page.
The thing about this, your most important variable is
teaching people, especially those in the Black community, about the paths to owning property.
I'll be telling you how to buy back the block, and there's people out here actually doing it. I believe that's extremely important. But with social media, man, it's just all about education and bringing awareness to people, man. We have an opportunity of never before. I just want to spread the message and say, hey, you can do this.
From the videos to his real estate classes, people from all over have told him he's making a difference.
I don't complain about gentrification, but you have to own to have say-so. We have an opportunity, and let's take advantage of that. You can fix up your own community.
Nia Hardin, WBTV, on your side.
You can hear more stories from your community in the WBTV special, The Hands That Build, Stories of Resilience and Triumph. It airs next Thursday, February 13th, right here on WBTV at 7 o'clock. American Dream, right?
Now, I'll let you go ahead and
Look, Nassar is a big one. He's a big one. Call himself the real estate guru. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not a guru, I'm a guru. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just out here preaching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually teaching it. I'm actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's one of the major ones, and he's the primary example of what we talked about last week. A lot of people want to sit around and complain. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We need to be doing such, whatever the case may be. But the question becomes, what are you doing about it? As you can see, you know what I'm saying, from a young, tender age, you know what I'm saying, he started to inquire about what I need to do because I want us to kind of buy our community, not just somebody else come in, you know what I'm saying, and then we're just renting a house or whatever the case may be in that area. Everybody else is getting the equity and the appreciation. So I have appreciation for exactly what he does. Because not only is he doing it, he's actually showing you through his YouTube, through his social media, and all kinds of other stuff. He's actually partnered up with several other Black real estate investors that are doing some big things in their community. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it boils down to education. Right question. The question is, how do I own? What's going on? What do I get? How do I get involved? How do I have a say-so? And I think he took that to the absolute next level. When it comes to the next thing that they talk about as far as home ownership, I think we have too much generational curse and we just kind of fall in line because that's the comfortable thing to do. My mama, my daddy rent, my grandma rent, so I want to rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I can't have what I want, if I can't have the $400,000 house, I'll just rent. Not understanding as time goes on, you're losing the appreciation on a cheaper house that you could have been in. You're losing money, thousands of dollars every single year that you choose not to be inside a house. But if you're renting a house and you're paying rent on that every single month, you're actually throwing that money in a trash can and setting it on fire because you're not going to see that money back. There's no investment in leasing. There's no investment in renting. There's investment in returns on earning. On owning. And I think we have to get past our ego before those numbers actually start to change. Now, it's not to say that we don't have people that think like that, you know what I'm saying, that think, hey, look, I want to own, get me into something that I can own, and then I have something to show for it 5 or 10 years down the line. Or if something happens to me, I have something to pass down to my kids besides debt. It's not to say that. It's to say, you know what I'm saying, that there are people like that. There are African Americans that's like that. But when it comes to the numbers, obviously it's not a majority that's like that. And the opportunity is there because we have down payment assistance programs. But if you choose not to take advantage of it, whose fault is that really? You have nobody else to blame except for look in the mirror and blame the person that you see.
Right. This the comment. Let's comment about the home ownership like first, and then I seen a couple of his videos, but I don't know him too much. I've seen a couple of his videos. I don't think I follow him on social media, but I think a couple of them ran across my feed. But number one, we less than 50% because just kind of piggyback what you say. Yeah, it's the norm to actually go ahead and rent something. That's just kind of the norm. And then B, we have, just to piggyback what you said, we have too much ego. Like we want the Taj Mahal out the gate, and then we don't know how to temporarily take what's available, and then make the best out of what's available until you can get to that next level. So it's the look again. We talked about last week, just to piggyback what I said last week. Whether look good and lose than look bad and win. So this neighborhood may not be up to par. It might not have the big bathtub like you want, like the walk-in closet like you want. It might not be where you can post everything on Instagram. But hey, you make that sacrifice and stack that money up for 5 years. You come back and do it bigger, better, and faster. We don't see it like that. We want instant gratification. We don't understand delayed gratification. And then everybody can't be a baller. I don't get it. When did this become the thing? Like everybody got to be a baller. Is either ball or nothing. Why you can't just be? I'm all right. You're all right when it comes down to people saying, "All right, put some hard work in front of you." I'm all right. When you go to doing something that's you got to put some work to. You quick to say all right, but when it comes to everything and stuff you want, you got to do it to the extreme, and you can't afford it. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to do that when it comes to work. Why you don't do the work to the extreme? You see what I'm saying? So it's just a matter. It's the mind frame. And oh boy, yeah, I commend what he's doing as far as it takes a certain type of mind to actually want to act upon what's in your mind frame. Most people talk a lot of good game. Most people think about stuff. Most people don't even nowadays. It's scary. Most people don't even think. But to do something, to actually put your actions into words. Put your words in action is the ultimate. That's the complete the equation. So, and that's another thing. Like every house ain't got to be pretty. You could buy a house in the hood and get that deal, and you still gonna eat, because somebody gonna live there. So that's another thing. We got to reimagine. Like every house ain't gonna be a pretty house. Sometimes the ugliest houses got the best yield. We got to reimagine. I don't want to. I think too. Somebody said this, and somebody said. We always we put our taste on investment. I never gonna live there, so this wouldn't be good. I'm gonna do something where I would want to live. And you stretch yourself, and then you wind up losing because the margins ain't there.
Correct.
The most meager houses be the ones that's got the most margin in it. Because you might find some people that just got here. And they 6-7 in a house, but they're gonna pay that rent on time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we stay shiny objects too much.
Let me add to that. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about thinking shiny objects, one thing I want to point out is there's a difference between having money and difference between having wealth, right? Yeah. When you look at Nassar talked about one property that he owns, which he owns a ton of properties. He's into development and all this other stuff. Anybody that's watching can go to his social media and actually see everything that he's involved in. He is a avid real estate investor, multi-million-dollar guy. But what you didn't see is he doesn't have these big earrings in his ear. He doesn't have this big chain on his chest. And his hair is nappy. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But when you got wealth, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He is a guy that's doing something in the community. You can't look at him because of, and you can't prejudge him because of the way he looks. He has money. Right. So when you sit here and you idolizing these different people, you know what I'm saying? You can't idolize them based upon what they're actually having on, because the people with the biggest wealth in the room, I guarantee you, are not the ones, you know what I'm saying, that's all shiny object. I'm flashing this and flashing that. So, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot to be learned from what he's saying, you know what I'm saying, because, hey, look, if I got money, why am I going to go spend $200,000 on a chain when I can actually go spend $200,000 on a property that's going to continue to create wealth for me and my family? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Right. And I think a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we get caught in that flash. Hey, look, I got to have the red bottoms, or I go to the club, you know what I'm saying? I gotta pop bottles or whatever the case may be. And not to say nothing wrong with that, but you have to do it and be responsible with it. Understand that he has ownership, and there's nothing better than ownership. I don't care what it is. If it's real estate, if it's a business, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, nothing's better than real estate. So understand, you know what I'm saying, that when you look at him and everything that he has going on, understand he's not flashy. He doesn't idolize him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not big, you know, he has Gucci on or Louis Vuitton on in the interview or whatever the case may be, but you see that nice ass property that he's sitting in that's making him a shit ton of money every single year. So I think, you know what I'm saying, we have to switch our priorities to be more, hey, look, I'd rather have more money than in the account versus what people think of me when they look at me on social media. Period.
Right. I think we talked about that a while back, as far as like, we got that bad as far as you thinking what people think of you, your image, you know, more than actually being it, you know. So we want people to think we it as opposed to actually being it. Correct. That's actually more important. But let's hit this next clip.
Here's the other thing I want to add too before you get this video. There are a lot of spots in the hood that are actually cheap that you can actually get into. I just talked to a buddy of mine. Matter of fact, I went to a buddy of mine house, and he just got a divorce. He's not able right now, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, divorces, whatever case may be, trying to get back on his feet. He's not able to go out and actually purchase this lavish house that everybody can worship or whatever the case may be. But he bought a hood house in a gentrified area that's up and coming. So, you know what I'm saying, when he sits on that house, he's actually building wealth for himself. He's not at some kind of apartment, because some kind of luxury apartment, because he's worried about looks. So understand, you know what I'm saying, again, it just kind of goes to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you know, you have to get outside of what people think about you, because at the end of the day, after years come about and then you have accumulated real estate, they're going to be looking at you to ask you questions. They're going to be looking at you to idolize you and looking at you to mentor them. So just the red bottoms, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, this flashy apartment is not impressing anybody. Ownership is actually impressing people. That's all I want to add.
Right.
The average cost of a house in this country was $215,000. Today it's $400,000. And the interest rates you're going to pay on that house have gone from 1% to 7%. So you're paying 10 times as much for that house you were 2 years ago. I have 7 kids. They're all between 20, 35 years old. They should be moving into their own homes. But I don't know any of them or any of their friends who are actually buying a home now. And one of the reasons for why did the price of housing go up? Well, one, because of the inflation, because we spent $8 trillion on wars and $16 trillion on COVID, which we didn't have. So they print money, which caused the price for everything to go up. More importantly, there's 3 giant corporations, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, which own collectively, they own each other. So it's really one giant corporation, but they also own 89% of the S&P 500. They own everything. They've now decided to buy every single family home in America. So if they stay on the current trajectory, they will own 60% of the homes in this country, single family homes, by 2030. They literally are trying to buy everything. And the head of it, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is on the board of the World Economic Forum. And what they've said, we want this great reset, which is you will own nothing and you will be happy. Well, they're on their way to making sure that we don't own anything. So you all probably have heard of people who are about to buy a home, and somebody comes in at the last minute with a cash or offer and snatches it out of the market.
Right.
And it's usually an LLC with an ambiguous name. But if you trace that up, you'll find it's owned by BlackRock.
Wow.
And because they have a huge bank book, the cost of money and interest in them is tiny, which means they can outcompete your children. Your kids do not have a chance to buy that home because they can't outcompete BlackRock.
I mean, I'll let you go in. And we talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah. You got to outcompete BlackRock, but you know what I'm saying BlackRock has to know about the deal before it gets there, right? 60% is a large amount of money when it comes to the country as a whole. There's no doubt in my mind that BlackRock has enough money to take over a large majority of property in the U.S. But the question is that, you know what I'm saying, they're strategic about the property that they take over in the U.S. Although I think, you know what I'm saying, he has a point, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get a point across, which he's obviously doing. 60% of U.S. homes, I think, is a little bit overzealous, a little bit. I don't think that's possible. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if you have this big company that's invested in real estate, obviously that tells you something as the small investor. Hey, look, I need to own something. I need to own my own home so that I can have a say-so. So, you know what I'm saying? I get where he's going with that. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying. But there's still, it's not to take away from the opportunity for you. It's not to take away from you bidding on the actual property. Because, you know what I'm saying, there's only a select few properties that they're actually going to be interested in to even go after. So don't let that deter you from being an owner of investment property or going after a property. The biggest thing is just to do something. You lose the bid on the first property. Okay, cool. I go back. There's plenty of deals out there to be had, whether that's wholesale or that's on the retail. You know what I'm saying? That's something on the market or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of deals out there to be had. At the end of the day, just get ownership, period.
Right.
Just get ownership.
I think if you had the right frame, it should fire you up. Like, you know, you should, like, you know, want to get your piece of pie before somebody try to buy up all the pie. So if you had the right mind frame, hey, let's go ahead and, you know, get in there and compete because nobody ain't gonna give it to you.
Nobody gonna give it to you. Yep.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people just have the wrong mind frame, like, you know, like, hey, it's gonna be there forever, and I'm gonna be there forever, and they kick the can down the road. You know, like, you got to have a real game plan, strategize, and really get the game and compete. And work your ass off. That's what this is about. Like, you know, and you know, those properties that's just easy are not going to be easy anymore to get for our kids. Like, you know, so we got to prepare them, and you know, by being the best that we can be, so it helps propel them. So that's all I can see as far as that. But they got to have the right mind frame to go in there and grab their pieces of pie because nobody gonna give it to you. You know, which kind of is a good segue to this next vid. I had this for last week, but this is a good this has nothing to do with real estate, but it kind of does, you know. So let's go ahead and go into this one right now. You know.
Go around the field. Ball. Go this way. Go right around the gate. You better not be crying when you get here. What we working on today? And what else? Turn into run. Sprint. Get back. What do we work on today?
Double play.
And what else?
Turn into.
Thank you very much. It's important to listen and not just be out here. You have to listen. You want to play this game and you want to be good, but you don't want to listen. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's important to listen. That's why I keep making you do this stuff over and over again, so that way you know it. So even though it's aggravating right now, when you get to the field when it's game time, you're gonna know all this stuff and nobody else gonna know it. You got it?
Yes, sir.
What does IQ mean?
Baseball knowledge.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. You just gotta learn to listen. You did a good job today, but you have to learn to listen and remember what's being taught. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's all right. You just gotta learn to listen. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Once you learn to listen, you'll do better. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Go run around the field. Bye. Bye. Go. No.
All right, I give you first crack at it.
Masculine energy, bro.
Right.
When you talk about raising boys to men, you know what I'm saying? You need that.
Right.
You need that. But the one thing, you know what I'm saying, the one thing I do commend him on is, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't afraid to show him love at the end of the day. His son at the end of the day, hey, look, I just need you to learn this lesson. I'm not being hard on you just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm pissed off at you or I'm disappointed in you or whatever the case may be, but I need you to understand this lesson that I'm trying to teach you. And until you understand this lesson, I'm going to be hard on you, period. I'm not here to baby you at the end of the day. And you know what I'm saying, what I think that what I know that becomes, you know what I'm saying, what that creates is actually create strong-minded men. And then guarantee next time that he take him out to the field, he's locked in. He understands, okay, well, this is what I need to do. Like kids are young, they're sponges. They soak up everything. And if there's no lesson to be taught, they're not going to learn. But if there's a lesson to be taught, then they're going to learn as long as you make them learn. Kids are just kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't punish them for being a kid. We were all young at one point in time. Hey, look, we just want to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. We're out here to do this, that, and the third or whatever. We're just here to play. I hear what you're saying, but it's in one ear and out the other, right? And I think it's not till you get to that point before, you know what I'm saying, kids start to understand, okay, this is real. Like I need to understand the lesson and be able to regurgitate it, you know what I'm saying, and be able to kind of catch on to what he's trying to teach me. And I think that was a perfect example of a father being a father. Not a dad, but a father being a father. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a father is more important than a dad. A dad can make a baby, can, you know what I'm saying, bring a baby into the world and have nothing to do with no relationship or anything. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he was able to teach him a lesson and at the same time show him love makes him a great father. And I think that was a great lesson.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, my thing is people don't realize that, and I was kind of on this as well. Like, I kind of go, you're not going to, stuff is not going to miraculously just jump into kids. You want a kid with extreme character. How is he going to learn that? You want a kid that's going to be about his business and financially aware. Yeah. How's he going to learn that? Yeah. Is he going to hope? Are you hoping and wishing he pick it up? It starts at an early age. If you want him to listen and you want to be, you gotta start those lessons at an early age, and they have penalties, repercussions, and you are going to be held accountable. If you don't do this, then you're going to run. And you can't cry and get away with it.
Yes.
And get out of it. So if there's no authority, there's no law, you can't be all grace. Even the Old Testament is law. You got the law before you got grace. You got to have the law, the structure.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that with these helicopter parents, you want the kids to do certain things, but you never put any effort into them to teach them that. And how is it gonna happen? Through osmosis? Like, do you think this naturally already developed in that? Oh, genetic. Nah, this is all, unless I'm told, you don't know what you don't know. Unless I'm told and I'm taught. And then you don't remember everything as a kid. You remember that pain, you remember that whipping, you remember that running around the track. I still remember
that belt. You remember that belt.
Yeah, I remember like when I missed practice that time. I had to we did back crawls. We used to do back crawls and roll. You had to back crawl to the fence and then roll back.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? By the time you rolling all the mosquitoes, and that mosquito tear your belly up.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? You learn. You remember that. I remember that to this day. That was 30-something years ago.
You learn that real quick.
Yeah,
real
so
quick.
That stuff, but you don't, but if there was no accountability, it will go off at one end, out the other, and you would then have no awareness on what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. Who sets that parameter? Who sets up the actual curriculum for that? It's the parents. And so the parents be wanting the kids to be these A1 citizens, and they didn't put any effort into it. My mentor always just said, you got to make a deposit before you make a withdrawal. And a lot of people just want to hit the ATM, and you ain't got no money in that account.
Correct.
So it starts from a kid. You want that kid to be something, you got to put a lot of effort into it. It's always 2 to 1. You're going to put 2, 3 into it and maybe get out 1.
Yes.
And that's just what this is, man.
And it's the mental toughness of it that I believe, like there's, especially for a kid, him crying and going through that, that running around a fence helps him understand the lesson that's being had. It's a little bit different than mom being like, oh, baby, I'm trying to teach you something, but it's okay. It's okay. You'll get it. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, the mindset that they have at that point is just like, oh, okay, I'm just getting by. Like I'm telling mom what she needs to hear. I'm doing what mom needs to do, but she feels sorry for me. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, when you get to the real world is not going to feel sorry for you. I promise you that. Right. So, so when you have a father that's actually giving you that tough love, it's preparing you more for the world. You need that counterbalance. I get that. But the lesson that he learned, the lesson that he's teaching him right then and there by making him run, I'm not just sitting here yelling at you. I'm not sitting here just talking to you or whatever the case may be. I want you to understand there's repercussions when you don't listen. There's repercussions when you don't get it. So in order to avoid those repercussions, you need to understand the situation, understand what's going on. That's going to make you a better man, for one, and that's going to make you a better player because he was trying to teach him about baseball.
Right. Let's hit this next one. This kind of ties to the next, kind of piggybacks that. So let's go a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm. Practice being observed, so to speak, because oil pressure on the number 2 engine is trending upwards, and the aircraft is going to require, actually it's the fuel pressure, fuel system filter replacement when the aircraft gets back from Hawaii. They've told us that the plane's good to go, but I'm not really feeling it. I'm not going to leave the ground if I'm not completely certain that we have an airworthy aircraft. So I'm going to probably err on the side of caution, and I'm refusing the aircraft. So what that means for you right now, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if we have another airplane here at the airport, but I hate to do this to you, but this is one of those tough calls that I have to make.
You ain't do no wrong, nigga. You ain't do no wrong. I'm so glad these men coming back. Damn. Being a man, it's so, man, I know that shit felt good. It hurt a little bit, but at the end of the day, it feel good to be a man, man. When you make a man decision like that, like, you know what, fuck this shit. Nope. It's something in my chest. Nigga telling me, nah, I ain't even, this ain't the one, gang. I ain't, nah. Something telling me, nah. It's probably my grandma and them. Granny, I heard you. Don't even trip. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. Get deplane this bitch. Let's go. Give me another one. Fuck you talking about. Clap it up for the captain. Thank you. Thank you, Cap. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Cap. Let me get one of them little card things, though. Yeah, let me get one of them. Yeah, one of them little trading cards for the. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
The aircraft is being.
This ain't the one, gang. This ain't the one, gang. Oh man.
I mean,
you got to know the commentary.
Yeah, I mean, but it's real, man. Some things we can't appease everybody. We got to make these hard decisions, and you got to be prepared to make these hard decisions.
The thing greatest, you know what I'm saying, that I appreciate about that is that, you know what I'm saying, it's in the gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's in the gut, it's in the heart, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it, right? If they were in the air and something happened to that aircraft, and then now you have lives at stake, you lose your life or whatever the case may be, and you're banking on the captain to know better, right? I think it's balls on the captain to understand that, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, I know this is not going to be the favorable thing, because you know what I'm saying, everybody on this flight has somewhere to be, somewhere to go, somewhere to be by a certain amount of time. I understand that. But at the end of the day, I don't care about that. My biggest responsibility is everybody's safety. And I don't feel like I'm putting y'all in a safe position to put this plane in the air. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you know, this is a bigger lesson, because in life, when we talk about peer pressure, is real. When I talk to my son that was in high school, you know what I'm saying, peer pressure is real. Like, people put that pressure on you, and you feel like you have to go along to get along, and you don't have to. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you got to be a man to let your nuts hang, to be like, hey, look, if I'm wrong or I'm right, I'm not feeling this. I'm not going to put your life at jeopardy. This way, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't put that flight in the air, and you don't end up like the people in Toronto with the plane upside down, right? Just because, you know what I'm saying, you're worried about what people may feel or whatever the case may be, when you have a higher education than everybody else on that plane, and you know that plane ain't ready to put into the air. And it's not to take away, you know what I'm saying, for the pilots that get in there, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, shit happens in the air. I get that. I'm not blaming those guys. But what I'm blaming is, you know what I'm saying, is that pilots or people that actually go along because they're scared of the peer pressure. Like, I don't want to be the bad guy. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, this guy is an upstanding man, because, you know what I'm saying, he was just like, look, I'm not here to put your life at risk. If we have another plane, no problem. I'll fly that plane. I'll fly you to wherever you want to go, and I'll get you there on time. But right now, you know what I'm saying, like, from what I know, this plane ain't ready, and I'm not going to put your life at risk. And I commend that pilot for that.
Right. Well, you missed the overarching theme of that. Let's take it bigger, man. A lot of us went along with the BS. You know, we ain't used to, you know, 55 genders. You know, we ain't, you know, like, man, we gotta, we starting to now put our foot down. Like, man, look, this ain't right. You know, it is what it is. We're gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yep.
But I know right from wrong.
Yep.
You know, and you know, it's about saying, like, and they was trying to make being a man toxic at one point. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, and it's coming back. Like, we built this thing up, and a lot of this wasn't built pretty. It was built by winners and losers. It was built by hard decisions. It was built by stuff that, you know, was challenging, but it had to be done at that particular time. And that's man stuff. So everybody can't feel good at all times. Everybody can't be happy at all times. There's no, you know, Disney fantasy. This is hard stuff that men got to do, and somebody got to be the adult and make decisions. You can't just everybody get $1 million is gone. They're gonna have poor people, they're gonna have rich people. That's just what this is. And if you ain't willing to work and bust your ass, you're not gonna get, you know, you're not gonna be wealthy. You know, I know they made it seem like they were OF and the influencers, the AI about to stop all that. It's gonna be back to, you want fries with that for a lot of people. And then that might be gone, you know, because they got the robots coming. So everybody, you're gonna have to step up and readjust coming real soon. So the utopia that y'all in that don't want work, and you know y'all want OF it to debt, it's about to end, because when the virtual robots, they ain't got no scars or no tattoos or no zips.
They take the emotional completely out.
Right. You know, they ain't got them AI boxes. They ain't got to worry about shooting no content. They don't feel like shooting no content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So y'all better get y'all skills and take that money. I hope y'all invested right now. Because AI about to ruin it for a lot of people. So y'all better get your skills up.
And here's the thing, you know what I'm saying, is that when you talk about AI, you know it's coming, right? You know what I'm saying? And there are certain industries, and it's aside from the video that we just watched, you know it's coming, right? You know what I'm saying? So you know being in the industry that you're in, how it's going to affect you. So the question is, are you going to wait till it comes, or are you going to start to pivot right now to start figuring out plan B? That's the biggest thing. So when we go back to the guru versus Duru, the first video that we watched, like, are you going to actually do something about it, or are you just going to sit back and complain? Man, I hate robots, man. You know what I'm saying? Robots, they taking people's jobs, da 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 da. Well, I mean, it's bound to happen. So what are you going to do about it at the end of the day? So you know what I'm saying? You got to make moves, make pivots, and make sure that you and your family are safe.
Winners are not whiners, man. So this is what it is. You know, they don't go together. You know, let's hit this
That's
next
facts.
I still got a few.
Yeah, let's do it.
We are in Clark County, Alabama, Barlow Bend, and it's my family's ancestral land. This represents history. This is a part of family reunions. This land represents all that's good about our family.
Land was something that freed us and offered opportunity for us and our children to have something of our very own, to enjoy something that would last for generations.
My great-great-grandfather, the late Reverend Robert Haney, was the first African-American to come out of slavery and buy land in Northumberland County, Virginia on September 14, 1867. I'm blessed to work with my father on a daily basis, who manages our operation back at home. I oversee the operation.
There are multiple opportunities, even farming. Organic garlic, an acre can generate $40,000 in revenue. And so we want to take advantage of the monetization opportunities on the land going forward.
In a way, we're actually getting back to what my grandfather envisioned for the land.
So this is how it started. This is an African cultural thing in ancient Egypt. So this is a very lucrative business. My friend, he makes about $4 million selling honey.
I really started to notice this trend. I would hear people talking about going back to their land. People, I think, are finally beginning to understand the power of land ownership and land stewardship and what that can mean for family.
When I got the place, I was talking to my son and I said, I think I'm going to call it the refuge. That this is going to be the place where the family can come and get away from all the struggles in the world, and they can come here and just be.
Land represents generational wealth. When you can have that land and pass it on to your children, you're creating a reciprocating type of monetary payment to that family. But if you don't have that land structured right, you will not benefit from it.
We are in.
That's a beautiful land. That thing is beautiful. I'm telling you. The first thing is I commend them to be able to get on one accord in order to support that land. Use that land to where, you know what I'm saying, it kind of supports itself. You know what I'm saying? It's not upon one family member to help pay the property taxes on it, or, you know what I'm saying, to maintain the land, or whatever the case may be. They're working as a family. So this is a prime example. When we talk about, you know what I'm saying, one of the videos earlier, you know what I'm saying, we talk about, you know what I'm saying, Black families not being able to get on the same accord in order to accomplish the same goal. I think this is one family that dispels that. And I commend them for that, you know what I'm saying, because they're going to be able to benefit, and the generations below them is going to be able to benefit. Because at the end of the day, when you have kids growing up and you're teaching them the same way the baseball guy teaching them, taught his son, and you're teaching them how to think, how to maintain, how to understand that there's a cause that's greater and bigger than you. I think, you know what I'm saying, that's a recipe for success at the end of the day. They got honey going on over there at the land. They got farm. They got a whole bunch of stuff they have going on. So I'm excited to see that video because, you know what I'm saying, that gives us hope. That gives us hope that there are Black families out there or African-American families out there that's actually able to accomplish the big goal, the big picture at the end of the day. We're not just self-centered and worried about ourselves. Hey, look, we need to sell this land because I need to get my piece. This land is $4 million. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to get our piece and go on down the road so I can buy all these Louis Vuitton, these big chains and all this other stuff. There's a bigger picture at the end of the day. So that video there, you know what I'm saying, makes me absolutely happy. It makes me happy because it gives us hope. And it's a perfect example, especially when we're talking to our crowd, to our fans. It makes us, you know what I'm saying, it gives us hope that, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, this is a different way to think about things. This is a different way that everybody can benefit for this time and times on, for years to go. We're not just worried about getting a fat paycheck now so that we can blow it.
Right.
Well, I'm happy about it.
It goes against the grain and the underlying theme too. First of all, you know, that's, you know, power of ownership, period. And then they took the land and actually made it work for them. It's just not sitting up there. Oh yeah, but people got some land up there, and it's not being maximized. It's not being utilized, and you don't even know about the tax. You let the taxes go, and they're about to take the land. You ain't even peep it out. So there's all kind of ways to make money. You know, bees, putting cattle on there, putting goats on there. You know, let people use the land to park their trucks, park their RVs.
Yes.
You know, so there's all kind of ways to make money off of land, and you know, land is cheap still in some areas, in the rural areas. Yeah. So it's just, you know, and we just now getting on that because we was so worried about getting in the city, getting seen, and everybody see that we got money, and you know, in the club scene and like in Arrested Development, like, you know, we want to still be on the scene and let everybody know we got money. Put all our money in our clothes and have curb appeal. And I'm just not getting out of there like in my late 40s. Like, all right, what I need this curb appeal for? I don't even have people at the house. Like, man, I could get more land cheaper, no taxes, if I just move out further. You know, and I just now woke up and realized that, like, what I need this big old house for? You know what I'm saying? You know, so, and I'm utilizing it with the dogs and stuff like that. So same thing, like, man, we need to utilize that land and we could take that and fuel our other passions. Yes. You know, so we got to reimagine. It's just not for country folks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
It's about the bigger picture at the end of the day. Right. And again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we were playing on a theme, so to speak, for all the videos. But again, what you see is you see people that have ownership over a $4 million plus type land, and nobody has the flashy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has the flashy chains. Nobody want to show off the flashy cars or whatever the case may be. But they're sitting on a 7-figure piece of land, maybe 8-figure piece of land. You know what I'm saying? But they're all working together for a common goal. The biggest thing that I understood that he said is that anybody in the family, when they wanted to get away from regular everyday life, they had this piece of land that was as their serenity. You know what I'm saying? They were able to go there, kind of let go of regular everyday life. They was ready to get away. It's the peace of mind, and you can't put a price on the peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a price on it. So if you're having a struggle every day, you know what I'm saying, with your everyday life, hey, look, you want to come to the land? You want to stay there the night? You want to stay there the week? Whatever the case may be, go ahead. Mm-hmm. And nobody in the family has a problem with it. Go enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the land. Take care of it. You know, do work if you want to do work there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But it's a beautiful thing that there's a bigger picture at the end of the day, not just making sure, you know what I'm saying, you have a big chain on your chest to impress the social media.
Right.
Period.
Right. Well, again, we still live, you know, I want to say childish and juvenile, where we kind of want to live like a rapper. And don't forget that this is like a court jester. This is like
that's what we idolize.
Right. So you idolizing this rapper, and they don't understand that this rapper is doing this as a character.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't realize that till later. This is a character that they playing in order to get money. This is their hustle.
Yes.
You know, and but we really, oh, this is real. He real. Nah,
Yes.
it's all art.
Yes.
You know, and they realize art sells. I know I'm getting off the subject, but I said that about Tupac back in the day. That Tupac was an actor. The role that he played in Bishop in Juice, he kind of stuck to that, and it took off.
Correct.
If you look at
because that's what's making the money.
Right. Pac was a thespian. He was an actor. He was refined, you know, before, you know, so, and then all of a sudden he switched. He started off with Digital Underground, you know, so, I mean, all of a sudden he was pro-black when he came out, and then he switched to the thug life because that's what paid the bills, you know, but people take that and really thought that's what that was.
Correct.
And that he was, you know, so, and then he really lived that character, and it really cost him his life.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like we live vicariously, and we really think that's real life, and we became these cartoon characters.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not real life. Everybody else looking at it like,
reality. Yes.
Yeah, like, you know, wearing a big goofy chain, wearing barely speaking English. I think Dave Chappelle had that skit, you know, with Lil Jon. Yeah. Then hi, you know. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
These dudes talking, right? They don't even talk like that. You see Lil Jon now? Lil Jon got like a Instagram, like he's like a fitness guru now.
Man, look, Lil Jon understands what I have to do, you know what I'm saying, in order to kind of survive and support my family, which I 100% get. But when you're thinking about this here, these cats got 40 acres plus, right? You know what I'm saying? And they're able to get to a common goal to be able to accomplish a certain type of goal. You know what I'm saying? The common goal. And when you talk about there's people, you know what I'm saying, that they can't get on the same page to support a house that's on a 5,000 square foot lot. Right? So you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's
because what they're chasing something that's a cartoon.
They are, you know what I'm saying? They're chasing the fiction.
Right.
They're chasing the fiction instead of worried about, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, how do I support my last name? You know what I'm saying? Like people that comes after me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just worried about me. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my money right now because I need to get these red bottles. I need to take this trip to Vegas. I want to take this trip to out of country, whatever case may be. It's understand the bigger picture at the end of the day, which a lot of people don't necessarily understand it.
Well, we lost the community. You know, they say you're supposed to marry the culture and not the woman. But we lost our culture, you know, over 60, 70 years ago with feminism. And, you know, and the culture now is degeneracy and dysfunction. You know, this is what it is. Let's keep it all the way 100. So the culture used to be a lot more communal when we had to mess with each other.
Yes.
You know, they had.
It was us or nothing. It was us or nothing.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we used to, you know, it used to be more communal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now it ain't. You know, it ain't communal. Everybody's out, every man for themselves, and you know what I'm saying. And it's I will sell you out first.
It's sad.
You know, so it's totally destroyed. It's totally been decimated. That's what I meant last week. Like I think we would have been better off because once we integrated, we have no value in our own anymore. And it's always chasing. I want to chase this neighborhood. I live in this neighborhood. We went. I live in a white neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, we take that as a badge of pride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't stay around y'all.
Right.
You know?
Which I'm saying, not to say there's anything bad about that, but understand, you know what I'm saying, when you look at your neighborhood and you look at your grandma's house, right? And now grandma's house around grandma's house is changing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing stopping you from going back and saying, hey, look, this is the neighborhood that I was raised up in. I want to make sure that it goes the right trajectory. Let me get more involved. Hey, look, you stay out here in the suburbs, no problem. Gotcha. But when you complain about the way the neighborhood is changing and you're doing nothing about it, like you're not trying to buy property in the neighborhood to do anything about it. You're not trying to take advantage of the opportunities in that neighborhood to cater to your people or whatever the case may be. There's nobody else to blame. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to look within yourself to be like, okay, well, look, I'm the one to blame because I did nothing about it. I just sat here and complained. I talked to my small circle, my couple of girlfriends, my couple of homeboys, or whatever the case may be. I complained about, man, you know what I'm saying? They changing the area over there. Man, it's going to be worth a whole bunch of money. Okay, cool. But are you trying to get a leg in? Are you trying to do something? You know everybody in the neighborhood. Like, why are you not trying to do something about it?
Well,
it's sad.
I think the main thing is that we want somebody else to fix it. You know, just like from the clip earlier, you want somebody else to raise your kid. You want the government to take care of it. You want somebody else to give you money. You actually don't want to work. You know, you just want somebody to, you know, cash out you.
Yeah.
It's that not wanting to work, you know, at anything. Because anything you want to desire is going to take work. How else is going to happen?
It's laziness at the end of the day. If you want to boil it down to it, it's laziness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Grandma's house is worth X amount of dollars. Man, these folks gonna get it. These folks gonna get it. They're gonna make a killing out of it. Well, who's stopping you from making a killing out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's stopping you from taking grandma's land and getting several others to come in with you to be able to develop something or be able to do something to take advantage of it? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't complain and then, you know what I'm saying, sit there and worry about what somebody else is going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it takes action. Like, stop complaining. Never got anybody anywhere. Complaining never got anybody wealthy, period. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, where's your actions? What are you doing? Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you have grandma's house that's sitting on 10, 11,000 square feet, an acre or whatever it is, or whatever the case may be. Who are you talking to in the neighborhood? Hey, man, you raised up down the street. Let's put our money together and let's make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's both come up.
Well,
but you know what I'm saying, that's asking for somebody to get outside themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody to be not self-centered.
We're trying to compete against each other,
which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because how are we complaining when we're trying to compete against each other?
Right. Well, they wait for somebody else to do it for them. Like,
but you know what I'm saying? We wait for somebody else to do it and then we complain about it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there's lots of opportunity. I don't care what part of the country you're in, what neighborhood you're in, whatever the case may be. What are you doing about it? Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's many opportunities, but the question is, you know what I'm saying, is not, oh man, you know what I'm saying, who can I complain with? The question is, who can I partner with in order to make a change in my community?
Right. Or
that's the difference.
How can I put a game plan together to hustle and get it done myself? You know,
yes.
Even if you don't play well with others, put
either
it
way.
Yeah. But
either way,
people not willing to work 10 hours extra work on formulating to make something fruition over a long period of time in order to make something happen. If it don't happen tomorrow, it ain't possible. So, you know, it's the mind frame. Let's hit this next one, because now let's get to this. Let's get to poor planning. Let's get to the opposite. Let's do it. Let's get to the opposite right fast. You know, this kind of goes to the opposite direction.
Y'all. So I just got my yearly escrow review, right? I own my house and I pay for mortgage. My monthly mortgage is $3,332.74. That's how much I pay to live here. Okay. Remember, the people, they tell me I live in the ghetto. I act like I live in Beverly Hills, but I live in the ghetto. But in order to live in this ghetto house, I pay $3,332.74. Well, guess what? Your girl just got her yearly escrow. So, boom. They say, by the way, Mr. Cooper is my loan folks. Mr. Cooper wrote me a letter and they said, hey, girl, you have a shortage in your escrow of $12,426.11. Wow. Okay. How did that happen? Well, several things probably happened. Probably taxes went up. But remember, y'all told me I live in the ghetto, so they say probably your property taxes went up. Maybe your homeowner's insurance or something went up. Okay, guess what? They're telling me my new mortgage will be as of March 1st. Okay, so if I pay this 12 option 1, it's to don't do anything, and starting March 1, my new mortgage will be, are you ready? $5,337.65. Y'all. So I just got my yearly escrow review, right? I own my house, and
well, I think that was it, but I'll go ahead and comment on that. But it says piss poor planning. What's the cliche? I know it's PPP, but it's piss poor planning comes from lack of preparation. You know, so you got to understand, like, taxes. Couple things. Number one, first of all, let's talk about the root of the problem. We always shop at the tippy top of our budget. You have to leave room for increases in insurance and increases in taxes. Hey, that's on the base level. The more advanced level is that, all right, you got to make plans to fight your taxes yearly, make sure you keep records and stuff like that to fight any increases, and then you got to do your due diligence. We talked to this about a few months ago about actively shopping insurance rates to make sure your insurance don't keep increasing on you. So, but that's come from you thinking somebody else going to do it for you, and you just sitting back and taking what's available. You didn't plan. Wasn't aware. You know, but you're gonna probably blame somebody else for it. Somebody else's fault that your mortgage increase. So let's hear it. Let's hear how the government's this and bad man this and do that, and when it's your mortgage and you didn't plan for it, and you know, and now it's everybody else's fault. So, and now you can't probably afford it because you probably was already at the tippy top of your budget.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing is that, and then you know what I'm saying, you and me you know what I'm saying, as mortgage brokers, we automatically understand when we talk to our people, you know what I'm saying, you know, hey, look, if we approve you for $300,000, you want something that's $350,000, right? Outside of your budget, completely outside of your budget. But because I need my family to see that, you know what I'm saying, like I want my family to walk into my house and be like, oh, wow, like this is, oh my God, I can't believe you was actually able to get a house this big. We're willing to put ourselves at financial strain in order to make that happen, which is unfortunate, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, look, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we have to kind of talk them back down. But in most cases, you know what I'm saying, they want to talk themselves back up to be able to try to afford something that they truly can't afford. And everybody at the beginning of the process, you know what I'm saying, I talk to and I ask, hey, look, what is the monthly payment that you're comfortable with? 90% of the people that I talk to, especially in our community, maybe 95% of the people that I talk to in our community, find out what kind of house they can get for their budget, and then they say, okay, well, look, you know what I'm saying, I can increase it, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to make it happen. I'll eat ramen noodles, but I'll be able to make it happen. But what they don't understand is that, you know what I'm saying, when those property taxes do change or that insurance goes up, which none of us have control over, then you put yourself at financial ruin, because in order to keep up with that escrow that's now short, now they're going up on your mortgage payment, and then, you know what I'm saying, you're at a place where, you know what I'm saying, either you have to sell or you have to give up the house, which is unfortunate. Just because you want somebody to ooh and ah when they come inside the house. It's very unfortunate. But you know what I'm saying, we run into it so many times, you know what I'm saying, it just become numb to it, where with my clients, you know what I'm saying, with our clients, we talk to them. Hey, look, man, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to make yourself house poor at the end of the day. But you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, man, the agent took me to look at this house. It's X amount of dollars. Man, can we make this happen? My wife absolutely loves it. I absolutely love it. It's in this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? They start to justify why they can put themselves out of their budget in order to try to make this thing happen. And you know, it's unfortunate, but you know what I'm saying, you have to understand that you have to be in a comfortable position where you're preparing yourself, where insurance could go up, property taxes could go up, and then now, you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with a higher monthly payment, or you have to figure out a way to get it down at the end of the day. But if you're at max limit when you get in the house, there's no room for error. If your car breaks down the next day, you're fucked. At the end of the day, for lack of a better term, you're fucked. Because you know what I'm saying, we're trying to help you be responsible, but at the end of the day, you don't care about that. Only thing that you care about is your public perception, your perception to the family. I want my family to ooh and ah when they come and see my property.
Make you feel good.
Make you feel it's a make you feel good situation, which is unfortunate because it's not going to help you increase your wealth.
Right. Well, wealth, health, it doesn't feel good at all times. You know, if you want to get that healthy body, you want to get that six pack, the regimen doesn't feel good.
Come on, man. But see, that's what we talked about in the previous podcast. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about sacrifice. And everybody want the glitz and the glamour, but they're not willing to sacrifice.
You know,
right?
Like Will Smith said, everybody want to die, but they don't want to go. I mean, everybody want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die.
They don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? It's the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? And then regardless of how we preach and teach, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they can't see nothing further than the vision of, I need my family to ooh and ah. I need my family to, you know what I'm saying, worship me. I need my family to be envious of me or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's very unfortunate because it puts us in a bad position. But until we get outside of that mindset, you know what I'm saying, that's when we'll be able to kind of increase wealth, be able to set our family up, be able to set ourselves up for a better tomorrow.
Right. Let me hit this one real quick. I got a couple more, so let's, we're right at that hour mark right now, so let's go ahead and run it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So in 2020, everybody was doing the PPP. My cousin did it. My brother did it. Then my best friend did it. I said, shit, sign me up. Now, I wish I never fucking did the shit.
Come on, man.
4 years after the money already spent, I get a knock at the door the other day. Boom, 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 boom. Dallas Police Department, open the door. We know you're inside. Shit, I opened the door because I ain't do shit. What the hell y'all banging on my door like that for? Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. I'm like, damn, what the hell I do? Can I put my dog up? They're not giving me no information, not letting me put my dog up. Get to the van, take me downtown. I'm in booking, asking, what am I being arrested for? They're not giving me no information. I find out when I get in front of the judge, I got 4 charges. Bank fraud, wire fraud, making false statements, and tax evasion. So the judge never mentioned PPP. So it's not registering to me what am I actually here for. So he set my bond at $20,000. I go back to my cell. I go to my cellmate and I tell him about the charges. He like, bro, that's for PPP. I'm like, how you know? Tell me why this man tell me that it's been at least 50 people that came through within the last week with the same charges. So the jail is overpopulated. The court's backed up for months. My next court date isn't until July. After I make bail, they tell me I got to go on an ankle monitoring bracelet. And this bitch hurt. Bro, I can't drink. I can't do shit. And mind y'all, they can listen to anything I'm doing at any given time and freaking talk to me through this bitch like it's a walkie-talkie. Bro, I talked to my public defender earlier, and this man tell me I'm facing 22 years in prison, but if I find a way to get them the $22,000 back, that he can give me less than 10 years. Wow. I don't even have money for a paid lawyer. So, yeah, I got a $10,000 watch for sale if anybody want to buy it.
Oh, God.
So 2020, everybody.
That boy added that at the
end. So I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. You know what I'm saying? So like, But again, you know what I'm saying? When it comes back to the principle that we're trying to teach, is peer pressure at the end of the day. Because guaranteed somebody came to him and was just like, man, they giving out these PPP loans. All you have to do is tell them XYZ and they're gonna give you a shit ton of money, right?
Right.
And he was just like, okay, well, shit, cool. You know what I'm saying? They giving me $20,000-$30,000 or whatever the case may be. Cool. I'll put whatever I need to put on there in order to get it.
Right.
It boils down to peer pressure at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Had he took that money and bought something else besides a $10,000 Rolex, like let's say he bought some property or whatever the case may be,
that was no Rolex.
I mean, I don't know what the watch was, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, it's, to me, you know what I'm saying, it's not worth it. Like I know, you know what I'm saying, in hindsight 2020, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, everybody's kind of worried about the quick come up, especially depending on your situation or whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying, you can't help your family and you can't help yourself sitting in jail. Period. Right. I don't know what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Like how many years he got or whatever the case may be. But to say that, hey, look, you can pay all the money back, I can get you less than 10 years, is fucking crazy to me.
Right.
And here's the other thing too, is that, you know what I'm saying,
get you
we
10
have
years
to be,
after you pay.
Dog, we have to be cognizant of the fact of, you know what I'm saying, you know, which is sad to say, but we have to be cognizant of the fact of our skin color. Like, if somebody else may get off on probation, we may get off on jail time, 2 or 3 years or whatever. You get off half of that on good behavior, whatever the case may be. We don't play by the same rules as everybody else. Like, you have to be cognizant of that. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it just makes sense to be above board, because you can help yourself and your family out being outside of jail versus inside jail. Because inside jail, they paying you less than minimum wage for doing anything. So you know what I'm saying, you know, it sucks, but it's a great video to help people understand that quick money is not necessarily worth it.
Right.
Get it the right way.
I mean, it goes back to the previous video. Piss poor planning comes from lack of proper preparation. You know, so you didn't do your research on what it would cost you if you go down this road. What are the consequences? So you didn't even know, because you got blindsided. You know, you didn't take that money and invest it and flip it the money the way. All right, this is nothing. Let me pay this off. You know, I think they only. I don't even know if you'd have paid that back, or you couldn't pay it back. It was a grant or was it a loan? I thought a PPP was loans.
PPP was a loan. For shit sure, it was a loan. And not only that, you know what I'm saying, it was a loan based upon, you know what I'm saying, the people that you had on the payroll.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, if you solo dolo on an LLC and you put down that you paying 4 or 5 people, oh yeah, your ass going down.
Right. So they didn't do any research.
But here's the thing, though, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people were thinking, man, you know what I'm saying, it's people still in millions. You know what I'm saying? I'm only taking $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, whatever case may be. Man, they don't come after me, because that's small money when it comes to the government.
Right.
But is it worth the roll of the dice?
Right.
I don't think so. It ain't worth the roll of the dice. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, he ain't gonna say in the video, but he wasn't expecting for them to come after him for, I don't know, $30,000 that he got.
Right.
Or whatever he got, $20,000, whatever the case may be. But I do know, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that went down for them PPP loans.
Right.
And at the end of the day, the last thing you want to be is an example for the government. That's the last thing you want to be.
They didn't even have enough money to get you a lawyer that can fight the case. You on a public
Come
lawyer.
on, man. Hey, look, and them lawyers them lawyers is outside of what you owe.
Right. Now, are you feeling me yet, or do I have to wait to the end of the episode? You understand the catfish sandwich now? You understand
The catfish, the crab leg sandwich, you know what I'm saying? The chicken sandwich, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that shit now.
Right. The catfish sandwich, you're going to take your money, you're going to take your quarter and buy a catfish sandwich. You took that money and you got $10,000 watch, but you ain't got enough money for a lawyer. You don't have enough money to pay it back. You didn't pay it back. And now you got an ankle monitor on and you're facing 22 years in prison.
Is it worth it?
You see what
But
I'm saying?
For a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily understand or have remorse until they get caught, which
Right.
is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, look, there are some opportunities and there are some people that get away with stuff. Get that. But at
Right.
the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, is it worth it? And to me, you know what I'm saying, to have a family to feed, nah, it ain't worth
Right. I mean,
it. But that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different.
Nothing outside the law is worth it, man. Bust your ass, do it right. Don't try to scam, don't try to cut corners. Do it right and you do it right. Do it wrong,
Correct.
you do it long.
Correct.
This is what it is. Let's hit this
I don't
next
give a damn
one.
$15,000. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't touch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let them have that.
I don't even
It
understand the
ain't,
rules of PPP. I ain't getting none of that stuff.
it ain't worth the watch. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That bullshit ass watch that he had on is not going to give you any kind of, I guess it's going to get you some ass. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what
what's
they
a
think.
watch going to get you?
That's what they're concerned. Something that make them feel good.
It makes sense.
Buy my house in cash, which is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody do.
It's buying your house in cash.
Yeah.
That's stupid to you.
That's real stupid to me.
Why?
Because there's zero chance I can't go make more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12% of my money. Why would I want to give it to somebody? Why would I ever want to pay my house off? Literally, and go like, but I mean, I don't have to worry about the mortgage now. I'm like, yeah, but dude, that's $400,000 of money that we could be doing something with. And we meaning you, not me, bro. I would never be able to start my business had I paid my house off in cash. When I built a life insurance company, I bought a $1.2 million house. The first thing I did after I got it was go get a second mortgage on it. I was like, dude, can I get one of them second mortgage, like a home equity deal? They're like, yeah, you have some equity. I made that thing $1.4 million I owed at like 6.5%. I was fired the fuck up. I kept all my money, kept making it. I was growing the company at 100% a clip. It was obnoxious how much money we're making. But I needed that money to fund my business.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with the short-sightedness of let's live in fear. If you live a debt-free life, yeah, dude, one day you'll have a house that's paid off and you'll die. Congratulations. Good work. You have a house smoke and fees when you say hand over to your kids. Like, who gives a shit, dude? You lived your whole life for that. Like, buy my house in.
Oh,
that was the end of the video?
Yeah, it started from the beginning again. But then it's a clip.
Yeah, I got you. First off, you know what I'm saying, clean suit he got. I got to give it to him. That was a nice suit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the vest, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, it was a clean suit. I might wear that at one point in time. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I completely get it. When you talk about the wealthy people in life, you know what I'm saying, they talk about the debt that they have, but it's responsible debt. They don't go into debt for cars. They don't go into debt for Rolexes. They don't go into debt for red bottoms. They don't go into debt for, you know what I'm saying, just stupid shit, you know what I'm saying, that depreciates over time. What they go into debt for is business that make cash flow. He went into debt, which 100% makes sense because I can go into debt here and I can get a greater return over here. I'm going to get a cash flow over here. I'm not taking that money and going to buy this $10,000 Louis Vuitton suit or, you know what I'm saying, Tom Ford suit or whatever the case may be. I'm going into debt because, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to support a business that's going to make me more money. It's called responsible debt. Right. Debt is not bad unless, you know what I'm saying, only if you use it to be responsible. So, you know what I'm saying, understand that when people buy property, you're going into debt. Right. But you're going into debt for a good reason because you're going into property that's going to actually give you a return. That's going to give you a cash flow. It's a cash flow asset. Right. But I don't think people understand that, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, when I get this money, I'm not going to go bullshit it over, you know what I'm saying, because I'm worried about what the mass or what people may think of me or whatever the case may be. I'm going to get that debt because I'm going to buy a cash flow asset that's going to support my life.
I got a friend of mine right now. I know you're gonna. I know he probably ain't watching, so I know his attention span is long. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna name no names, but that's super duper bad with money. Okay. Got a business and had a couple of successful months.
Yep.
Yeah, but he went and got truck, chain, slugs. What I'm saying, the grill, clothes. You know what I mean.
Worry about the wrong thing.
Yeah, then the business hit a little snag where it went dry. Now he driving Uber again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it happens.
You know,
and then the question is, you know what I'm saying, is that has he learned his lesson of why he's driving Uber again? You know what I'm saying, is the biggest thing. Because some people have no accountability, right? So he's driving Uber again, but he's just like, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, people don't want to buy from me because I'm black, you know, you know, there's no accountability.
Blame everything else, but it's the bad preparation. The people, we don't spend no money on marketing. We don't spend no money on making the business better. We dump it into bullshit and then wonder why the well runs dry. You could the sun shines on a dog ass every now and then. Correct. So yeah, you might hit that little one street, but is it sustainable? You know, are you making it sustainable? Are you doing stuff to keep the cash flow going? Yeah. And you can't always look good or always look rich while doing it. And you know, now he owed me bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't even lend bread like that. You know what I mean? So you know, taking vacations and you go ahead. I'll go to Puerto Rico and like, bro, you barely can you put together a couple of years of successful business before you go buying all this stuff?
Man, it's partners that I know that are so bad with money, I won't lend them money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? If I lend you this amount of money or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to see that back.
Right.
There's partners out there, you know what I'm saying, that I've lent money to that I've never seen back. But you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the lesson that was taught to me is you don't lend out money that you bank on making it back, right? You know what I'm saying? So for a lot of these cats, you know what I'm saying, they make bad decisions. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm willing to talk to you and let you know, hey, man, you know what I'm saying, you just bad with money. There's some partners I have, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, man, you know what I'm saying, you bad with money, bro. You know what I'm saying, you got to do something different. You got to do X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying, some people are willing to receive it and some people are just not. Some people continue to come up with excuses of why they're so fucking bad with money. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you have to love them from afar. Like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you my dog, but I can't lend you no goddamn money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to ask somebody else for that. Because I know how you are. You know what I'm saying? If I lend you this money right here, I'm never going to see that back. Because I see what you're spending on. I see the excuses that you're making. There's no accountability for what you're doing. I'm sitting here trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying, how to actually multiply that money to be able to take care of your family. And you know, you choose to disregard it. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? No problem. That's the way you are. Dog, you still my dog. I'm not going to cancel you at the end of the day, but I can't lend you no money.
Right. I mean, I got a couple more. These three that I'm about to run right quick, it could be back to back to back, but it has the theme. I want to touch on this because I got, I know it's a separate subject, but let's go ahead and run it.
Remember this video? It's a brand new house. You don't need your home inspected. Well, here we are, months later, finished attic space. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's surprised?
Nobody. Ain't that some shit? Wow.
It looks like someone stepped in the wet paint.
Yep.
Whoops.
You guys remember this video? It's a brand new house. You don't.
I got kind of three of these back to back, so it's the same thing. Let me go ahead and switch to the next one.
Hold on. Let me talk about that real quick.
All right.
So when you talk about brand new houses and people go to some of these builders, understand that it's a burn and churn. Like, you know what I'm saying, these contractors that they have, they understand that, you know what I'm saying, people are just like, oh my God, everything is brand new. Like he showed the countertop is brand new, but they don't pay attention to the details that's going to cause a problem later on down the line. So you know what I'm saying? They don't choose, oh man, it's a brand new house. They're gonna do everything. Oh, they got the county that's coming out to inspect it. So you know what I'm saying? The county is not gonna pass inspection unless you know what I'm saying everything is fine. That's definitely not the case. Because you know what I'm saying, what the county comes out is for major stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like major stuff that actually gonna cause a big problem or is not upon code. But there's a lot of cosmetic stuff that is gonna cause problems down the line. So for any, so look, for the couple of new clients that I have now that's doing new construction, oh man, it's new construction. Do I need an inspector? Yes, you need an inspector. Fuck yes, you need an inspector. As your professional advisor, you need an inspection. Now, if you choose not to get an inspection, that's completely on you. But if you're asking me, you need an inspector. Here's the inspectors that you need to go on there to make sure that shit gets done right. Because the last thing that you want to do is 6 months down the line after you freshly moved in and have an issue. And what people don't understand is, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? The builder say, you know what I'm saying? I got a 10-year warranty. I got a 5-year warranty. Or I got a year warranty. They're going to come back and replace anything. They're going to come back and fix everything. Well, after you close on that property, a lot of times it's good luck on getting somebody to come out there. It's a lot of headache to actually fight with builders to get them to come for somebody to come out there to actually fix whatever issue that it is. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you need an inspector with an inspection eye, an eye for construction, you know what I'm saying, that understands the problems that you're going to run into in the future to point those things out. So you point those things out to the builder so that those things can get, because at the end of the day, the builder represents who? The builder. They don't give a damn about what you're talking about. If you're going to buy this house, the only thing they're worried about is how much money I'm going to make from the actual sale of that house. So, you know what I'm saying? This is a big lesson right here, you know what I'm saying? To let people know, even if you buy a house from D.R. Horton, KB Homes, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You have to get an inspection to make sure that you don't run into any problems later on in the future. Because you have to get somebody that represents you. You're not going to go into the courthouse looking for the builder's lawyer to represent you. So it's the exact same thing when it comes to building. You need an inspector that's going to represent you and point out stuff that you're not going to have to deal with later on down the line. Because it's not enough for that warranty, because, you know what I'm saying, you know, at the end of the day, you know, are you going to pay the $4,000 to a lawyer to actually sue them? Do you have the $3,500 or $4,000 to go sue a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? To go get a lawyer to sue them, whatever the case may be. You want to pay for an inspector to actually point those things out so you can get those things corrected in the beginning. And you ain't got to worry about it in the end.
Right. Well, let me play this next one. I'll go off on it real quick. I want to kind of show the common thread. Because I got 3 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Go for it.
New construction. Welcome to your new home. Haven't even made it in the house yet. Not supposed to be a gap right there. Window frame's cracked. Got to seal up some nails. That's a decent sized foundation crack. And then starting to get diagonal stair step cracking, which points to structural movement.
On a brand new house. That's crazy.
Okay, and in the same area, we start getting a pretty decent separation in these join materials.
Yep.
See that? Not much hanging over right there, but a good amount hanging over right there. It adds character. We need to backfill all this with more soil and sod. Look how much footing's exposed. Well, guess they're just going to leave that there. Broken. New construction. Welcome to your new.
Oh my God! One more.
$560,000.
$560,000.
And you got them. You got them type of problems. Please. Any new, why he's putting up the new video? If there's any new construction, you know what I'm saying, please get an inspection. Please.
Exposure doesn't work. and it is plugged in and there is power.
Okay, I want to know whose idea this was. Who approved this? I don't even understand how I am looking at this right now. Why would you want that? It's right in the way of your face. Okay, let's check the top of the shower. Whoa, they actually sealed it. Oh, never mind.
Strap's broken. Also, someone walked across this insulation or something. Should be a nice 14 to 16 all the way across. Not like that.
Every single new build. This is a post-tension cable, and the whole thing should be sealed. Should be like a little cap of mortar right there. Like this. Just like that. Almost thought I had a good one today. Started out okay, then it went downhill.
Boom, sure. The common thing. Let me go in on it real quick because I had somebody come this week bust out a contract because they got an inspection on a house that was built in 8, and it had a lot of little minor stuff, but the only thing was the inspector told her that the HVAC unit probably was too small, which we had an HVAC professional come out and check out and say that's not the case. But even there's no houses that's perfect. Correct. Period. There's no such thing as a perfect house. Is why I'll put these series of clips there. Even if you got a new build, unless you watch them being built and you know what you're looking at, and then you have enough where you can translate probably and hold them accountable, you're not gonna get a perfect build. Correct. You know. And to touch on what you said earlier, warranty work. Good luck. You know, I've had my thing is you better catch them before you get the warranty. I give you example. I had 2 things. I just got a new house. You know, 2 things with the warranty. They just gonna bring out contractors and they just gonna tape it up. You know, I had 2 contractors come out today. Like I had a slight little leak above my bathroom seal. All they did was bring out a contractor, bring out and caulk it up. You know, my door wasn't aligned right. All they did was drill some. All right, we got it. You know what I'm saying? So
on to the next.
On to the next. So you think it's gonna be where they replace something, or they just gonna fix it? They're gonna patch it up. So, and that's if you get somebody on the phone.
Correct. Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit. Testify to a B. You know what I'm saying? Look, new construction, hey, no, this is hell. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you have any issues after the fact,
right.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. So people that want these perfect houses and stuff like that think new construction is that's the holy grail. You're wrong.
Absolutely.
They do these new construction almost like these new cars. They have more problems than the older ones. The older ones probably were built better.
Correct.
You know,
but just because they think it's brand new, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a major builder. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
It's still subcontract now.
No, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, they're dealing with new contractors that's going to deal with the high demand that they have. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it may be a contractor they dealt with for a long time, but it may be a new contractor they just trying to fill out. Right. So you don't know necessarily who you have working on your house.
Right.
So, but you have to have somebody that represents you at the end of the day, because you know what I'm saying, after you close on that property, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a damn what it is. After you close on that property, it's going to be tough to get somebody else to come out, you know what I'm saying, and fix that. I don't give a damn how big of a builder they is. If they're publicly traded or whatever the case may be, it's going to be tough.
Right. And then all they're going to do, if you do get somebody on the phone, actually, I don't know if y'all know, let's go ahead and say this. They give you a list, when you get your new house, they give you a list of numbers. So if you got anything wrong with your appliances, here go the appliance number. You got anything wrong with this, here goes this number. So all these are different people. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't like you call if you got Lennar home, you call it Lennar, and Lennar got a special customer service where they handle it. They're gonna give you this list of numbers, so don't bother them. So you calling these individual numbers. People are under the misconception like this is like a Target or a Walmart or something like that where you got customer service. It's not like that. They just all it is they white label and stuff. They just the builder and they subcontract stuff out, and you just got sucked up by the name. It's not Lennar. That's I think they think these people all have Lennar uniforms on, coming in and work on this house, and it's all in Lennar. These are the same dudes that built a Lennar house, contracted with D.R. Horton, same one contracted with the rest of them. This independent contractor. You just who's going to get to work on your house? You don't know. You don't know. Most of these people ain't even got Social Security numbers and stuff. You know, you don't need a license to be a contractor in Texas.
That's correct.
You know what I mean? So,
and a lot of other parts of the country too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like not just Texas, but you know what I'm saying, a lot of other states too.
It's like Ford. All right. Employees of Fords make Ford. You know, these are not employees of D.R. Horton that's building these houses.
Correct.
I think
these are not the same people. These are not the same people that's hired by them.
Right.
That's underneath the D.R. Horton or, you know what I'm saying, KB Homes umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Like these are not employees of them. These are subcontractors.
These are subcontractors. So
yes,
you don't know who you getting. So it's something, and it's not even it's the project managers be contract. They give them the blueprint. Here, we pay y'all in phases, and we probably get one of our people. All right, it's done. Okay. And that's what you're relying on.
Correct.
And it's about speed. It's not about the quality. It's about how fast can you throw this thing up.
Yes. We got so many houses to build.
Right.
I need you to crank these out so that we can get these sold.
So think about it. When a person that doesn't, this new day and age where people don't take pride in their job, they want to get paid something for nothing. Are you relying on the people that, you know, just because they got a brand, it's not people that's hired and trained by them. It's just the brand name.
Correct.
That you get sucked up by. This is D.R. Horton house. D.R. Horton designed the house, but they didn't build the house.
Yeah.
You're under a misconception. It's Hector and Jose built the house. And Hector and Jose built a lot of houses.
Yep. What they're trying to do is, you know what I'm saying, there's a quota when it comes to the actual builders. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I need you to do X amount of houses within X amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, when you're put up to that type of pressure, shit gets missed.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to crank out so many stuff, you know what I'm saying, within a certain period of time. Like, hey, look, I'm just trying to get it done. Like, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, unless you call me out here to come fix it or whatever the case may be, if my measurement for this cut comes up a little bit short, I'm going to make it work.
Sure.
Because, you know what I'm saying, if at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I got 50 other houses I got to get to. So, you know what I'm saying, if you don't complain, you know what I'm saying, shit, I'm not worried about it.
They you know what I'm saying, they came into the day. I like, bro, my wall, this wall right here, not attached to like the baseboard. All right.
Yeah.
Two.
Yep. That's
it.
Yeah. I'm in and out. You know what I'm saying? I'm in and out. So you can't necessarily take, you know what I'm saying, what these new bills do for face value. Oh, but just because, you know what I'm saying, they're a big company, you know what I'm saying, they're going to do shit the right way. No, they're not. And the lower quality of builder that they are, the less they actually care, the less they actually manage it.
The smaller builder that they are, the more they probably have more quality care. The bigger that they are, the less they're paying attention. And then the bigger the bank they have to, if you try to sue them, they're gonna get their lawyer, they legal team on them. So the bigger they are,
we seen the inspector that showed the $560,000 property. You think $500,000, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna make sure everything is right.
No,
and you actually saw firsthand, you know what I'm saying, the video that they showed where, you know what I'm saying, they don't care about that. They don't care about quality. Hey, look, we're just trying to, the outside stuff that you see, we're just trying to make sure that stuff is right.
Right.
The
and
outside,
then,
to the untrained eye, we're just trying to make sure everything is good so that you don't worry about it.
And if we get called out, we got a Band-Aid for you.
Yeah, we got to bet it. But you know what I'm saying? It's what a lot of people fall into because it's just like, oh, it's brand new. It's brand new. Oh my, I got a brand new
Most
home.
people don't even challenge it. But the Band-Aid is this. The Band-Aid is just enough for you to keep your mouth shut.
100%.
Right.
100%.
You know, so and to get them through the warranty, you know, then they just hoping and wishing that when it rained, it just don't leak.
They stick you with that, you know what I'm saying? And then when you do the walkthrough, you know what I'm saying, you have the superintendent that's walking you through, you know what I'm saying, and he's trying to overlook those things, you know what I'm saying, that he knows is wrong.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying, hey, look, I'm just trying to burn the churn. I'm trying to get this thing done so I can move on to the next. I've had new constructions where, you know what I'm saying, you can look outside the garage door. You can look outside the garage door. You can look inside the house and see directly outside. You can see the sunlight. You can see everything outside the door.
Right.
And they just try to walk over it like it's nothing.
Right.
But to a
you don't know what to look for.
You don't know what to look for. To an untrained eye, everything is fine, right? But you know what I'm saying, when you hire an inspector that's for you, that's representing you, they can point that out.
It's
and then you be like, well, damn, that's that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that they did mess up on that. Then you can bring that up before.
That'll help you a little bit, but the inspector only can see what he can see. He can't see what's underneath that wall.
He can't see what underneath. But here's the thing: is where you hire the inspector early. That's the biggest thing that people don't. That's the biggest thing that people don't understand is that the early on in the process when you hire the inspector, the inspector can catch those things.
Right.
They can catch those things early to be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no sheetrock on here. They don't have it caulked. They don't have it, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. You need to get them to do X, Y, Z before they close up the house.
Most people ain't planning like that. They come
Most
in.
people ain't planning like that.
Ooh,
They
I'm
wait
saying
till after it's done.
$25 package. And they you know, you ain't the only way I would get something built is if I seen them build it from the dirt.
Man, look, you got to get them early.
I phase inspected that whole thing, and I'm paying 3-4 times for them to come out during this phase. Come out before they come out, you know what I'm saying?
And when you hire an inspector for new construction, they come out several times, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
several times.
it's they're going to charge you more money because they have to come out several times. It's worth the money. I promise you it's worth the money. Because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when you in there for a couple of years or whatever the case may be, and downstairs ain't cooling the same way upstairs is cooling, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, you could have pointed that out early and got those, you know, kind of corrected early. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people think, oh, well, let me get them when it's over with. And it's too late then. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them early. I promise you that.
I got a couple more. Let's go ahead and run these and get these over with real fast. I hadn't even watched these last couple ones, but
yeah, let's do it.
You know, let's run it real quick. I watched
35 days and $70,000 turn this piece of shit 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,096 square foot house to a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that I could actually sell for $285,000. And this is what I did. First, I removed that big ass wall in the living room that had a fireplace. Like, it was dumb to begin with being there because it obstructed the view over into the kitchen in an already small space. I also removed these dumbass cabinets that are right here over the sink area because, again, it just made the kitchen feel smaller. Removed it and it just opened up the space. To save money in the kitchen, not only did I use butcher block because it is a cheaper material, but because I didn't have to bring in a stone fabricator, saved myself about $1,500 by just using my own hacker to install those cabinets. And then down the hall, we have this bathroom, which was the only bathroom. The ceilings were really low. I'm 5'2". I could touch them hose. It was ridiculous. We raised this in a prefab vanity that already had a countertop, saved money on countertops there, used a 3x12 subway tile in a cool pattern, and it turned out really cute. It was really, really economical. This is what we turned into the master because, again, remember, the house only had one bathroom. So we turned that closet into the bathroom by stealing a little bit of space from the dining room on the other side of that wall and created this really cute ensuite. Again, used a 3x12 polished subway tile in a vertical, and then used a matte version of a colored green tile going horizontal, and ta-da, it's on the market. I had 35 days and $70,000 turn this piece of shit
70K in rental.
Beautiful. The thing is that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these older houses don't fit the structure and the layout of what a house should be now. You know what I'm saying? What's more functional for a house to be now? Just because, you know what I'm saying, it's just different times, right? So you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with a rehabber, you know what I'm saying, that understands that, hey, look, this closet is essentially, you know what I'm saying, like non-functional. It doesn't help the actual layout of the house. They're actually able to take from that and make a functional house. Those are the rehabbers that you want to buy from, not the rehabbers that say, hey, look, this is the layout of the house. I'm just going to rehab the house as it is. And it doesn't work for a normal family in today's times.
Right.
There's a lot of houses, you know what I'm saying, that were built in 1960, 1970, whatever the case may be. It was a different time then, you know what I'm saying? So I completely applaud her, you know what I'm saying, for actually being able to restructure that house to be more functional for a house, for a family in 2024, 2025, whenever that video was made. And then now, you know what I'm saying, you have a house that's more valuable because the structure of it is more. Look, there's no longer a house where, you know what I'm saying, in the master bedroom or whatever the case may be, where you can have just a shower or just a bathtub or whatever the case may be, and then one sink, or you know what I'm saying, a small bathroom. Most people in this is looking for a master bedroom to have a master bath with a lot of space in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, we can give and take the other rooms. The other rooms are not necessarily as big, but you know what I'm saying, you got to give me what I need in the master. So you know what I'm saying, I commend them for that. You know what I'm saying? I think they actually did a great job. Now, $70,000 is something that, you know what I'm saying, that maybe another investor wouldn't have spent that amount of money to restructure the house.
Depending on how much you spent for it. If she got it for cheap.
If she got it for cheap, but you know what I'm saying, you know, there's some people that get it for cheap and they try to renovate it. Cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, when somebody comes through and walk through, you know what I'm saying, they're like, man, the bathroom too small. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, this is
wonder why it sit on the
claustrophobic.
market.
And then wonder why it sit on the market. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's worth spending the money because, you know, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, you're going to get that money back, period, because you know what I'm saying, you're going to sit less on the market. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get rid of it because somebody's going to be able to come in and see themselves in that home. Not somebody that's just like, I got to give and take. You know what I'm saying? I got to give up this to get that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So I commend them. They did a great job.
Right. I got 2 more clips. Let's go and run them. I got one funny one and then one controversial. You know, I got to do one controversial.
Yeah, I already know, B. It wouldn't be you if you're controversial. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 controversial, but I know one ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So I'm gonna just play the one controversial. You know what I'm saying? So one ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I need that first half to pay the concrete, man.
I ain't seen no work yet.
Huh?
I ain't seen no cement shit. I don't fuck this shit right now. I see a truck with some cement, I ain't getting you shit.
Today, guys, we're out here in the north side of Houston. Owner here says that he hates coming out here every 2 weeks to cut the grass, so we're gonna put concrete, all of it. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing good, bro.
All right, so what is it you want to do here?
We want to get the cement from here. So maybe stop right there from the gate and maybe come right here. I want to cement all this right here.
We'll see you guys on Saturday then, all right? Saturday morning, we'll be here 7 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, the guys will start forming everything up by like 10 o'clock. They'll have everything ready for the concrete on the way. You'll pay that first half. Okay. And at the come on, man. We agreed the other day on that.
I know what you was talking about, but I ain't seen no fucking truck. So what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Get it?
Huh?
I ain't seen no work for first half.
What do you mean?
We ain't did nothing yet.
They working.
Moved a couple dirt around. You know what I'm saying? I got to see something first. No, I can dig some dirt and move some shit around. I ain't seen shit. Until I see a truck, then we can talk about the money. I ain't seen the truck.
Man, it's always a headache.
Hago la cosa diferente, resaltando en el ambiente porque mucho me he esforzado. Sé que hay niveles.
Stop with the 20 questions, bro.
Hey, man.
What's up? What you think about the outcome?
Hey, it look damn good right now. You had me worried earlier.
Yeah, you ain't want to give me my money.
Yeah, I can give you money.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that first half to pay the concrete, man.
I ain't seen no work yet.
Right or wrong.
Right. Absolutely right. Because here's the thing, you know what I'm saying, is that I'm not going to pay for something that I don't see, right? You know what I'm saying? But now, granted, the concrete guy, you know what I'm saying, I understand you got to level out the dirt, you know what I'm saying? You got to clear out the dirt or whatever the case may be. It's a process at the end of the day. But But you know what I'm saying, until I see actual, kind of progress or whatever the case may be for what we're talking about, it's hard for me to say, okay, well, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna pay you money and you haven't necessarily did anything yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen the end goal at the end of the day.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, 100%, to me, you know what I'm saying, it's 100% right, because I'm not paying, like with my contractors, you know what I'm saying, when I pay, you know what I'm saying, I'm paying you for a little bit, a small percentage up front, right? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you got to get materials. You got to understand, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to pay you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it from your perspective. But in order for me to pay 50, 75% or whatever the case may be of the money, I need to see some kind of progress. Now, granted, it was great that he was actually able to show the progress throughout the process, and it turned out great. When it turns out great, and just like it did, no problem, I'll pay you. But you know what I'm saying, like, until I see actual progress of what we agreed upon, nah, I'm not paying you for that. So you know what I'm saying, like, I can see both sides. No side is wrong in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I see it from both sides.
Well, how you want half and you ain't done the job? If it was a 1-day job, how you want half up front? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, nah, you finish the job and I'll pay you. That's just what that is.
It just doesn't make sense, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, a lot of contractors are trying to get money so that they can finish another project that they underbidded, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I'm not worried about what else you have on, what else you had going on. I'm just worried about my project. At my project, you know what I'm saying, I need to see progress before I start dishing out money.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm willing, okay, you got materials, you got people that you got to pay, okay, cool. I pay you a small percentage up front so you can get that thing rolling. But until I see progress, you're not getting another payment, because at the end of the day, if you skate on me, like, I'm not trying to be out of 90%, 80% of my money just because, you know what I'm saying, you figure, oh, well, I underbid this job, or I don't have the people backed out on me at the end of the day that I have working. Now, I want to get ghost on you. No, I'm going to make it worth your while to come back and finish this goddamn job. So there's a large chunk of money that you still have on the table in order to come back and finish this job, period.
Right. I mean, like I said, I'm not paying nobody nothing up front. Usually, when you finish the job, that's when I pay you. That's how that works. Let's go right there. Here goes some controversial one. Based on if you can handle this one, I'll put the other controversial one.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But
all right.
This from last week, but let's see.
All right.
What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea is that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I don't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police for a reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my. I feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy. You connected to this flag right. As I'm connected, I'm a gangbanger, man. I'm connected.
He ended our interview angrily.
Lil Wayne is in the business of making music. What's your thought on
Man, Wayne say he don't see it.
Here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? I think Wayne answered the question the best way he could, right? You know what I'm saying? Because what you're asking for is somebody that's eventually, you know what I'm saying, very knowledgeable about the situation. They're knowledgeable about the movement. They're knowledgeable about what's going on. I don't think Wayne, you know what I'm saying, kind of centers himself, you know what I'm saying, in that type of movement. So, you know what I'm saying, he answered the question the best way he knew how. And he got out an interview because he's just like, well, look, the interview and the end all be all, you know what I'm saying, was completely different than what I expected. Now you're going to something that's political that can actually affect my perception or my image or my brand. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not going to say anything ignorant that's going to hurt my brand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer it, but not answer it. And I'm going to get out of this, situation. Which, you know what I'm saying, I can't blame him for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's wrong for that, but you know what I'm saying, I don't think Wayne was equipped to answer that question. I don't think that was a question for him. I think that was a question for like Killer Mike or T.I. or somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's very indulged in the actual movement. You know what I'm saying? They can answer that question. But I don't think Wayne centers himself and his brand along those lines, so he couldn't answer that question.
Right. I think I was taking it a little bit deeper as far as like Wayne. Don't forget, Wayne kind of, besides from like he's 11 years old, Wayne grew up kind of rich. You know, for 11, 12 years old, he's been on. Like, so everybody don't see. Yeah, so everybody don't see the same America. America is, you see it from your perception. You know,
perception and experiences, for sure.
Right. So everybody don't see racism. Everybody don't see what everybody else see. I don't see a lot of stuff. I think it's a lot of WWF stuff, a lot of stuff that's imaginary that people be hyping up. You know, there's no racism like it was in the 60s and stuff like that. I think it'd be a lot of people's imagination. You know, and that's just my opinion. That's my perception. That's what I've seen. Unless they saying stuff behind my back, you know, I had most people are cool with me. You know, most people, you know, I've never seen it. I just hadn't seen it. You know, and I stand on that. You can't make me see something that I've never really seen.
Yeah,
you know, and that's been Wayne. I think America loves winners, no matter what the race is. If you're a winner and you got something, you got that it factor, and you've accomplished something, America appreciates that. You know, that's my perception. Whether it's LeBron, whether it's Michael Jordan, whether it's Mike Tyson, you know, America appreciates winners. You know,
so are you saying that there's no racism?
I just hadn't seen it. I'm not saying that there's not systematic stuff that's behind the scenes, but I'm talking about the stuff that you see on Rosewood and you know, I just hadn't seen that in my face. Now, is there systematic? Are they restrictions and stuff like that? Did they have that stuff back in the Jim Crow era? Yes, but I'm talking about 1980s when my era on up. I just hadn't seen it. You know, it's like WWE. You know, I mean, I was like stuff I see on TV. I see ghosts on TV and you know and video games, but I hadn't seen that in real life. The Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, you know, Chupacabra, all that stuff is on. You know what I'm saying? I just hadn't seen it. You know what I mean? So,
but you're saying just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Right.
The thing.
And again, it's not as it is on TV. I think a lot of stuff is Hollywood, and we can conflate Hollywood with real life. You think, you know, is there some ignorant folks out there? Probably, but they never say it to my face. So why am I worried about what they think anyway? In my mind, they don't exist unless you coming to me and saying something in my face and something like that, or blatantly just straight up say it. You know, do I acknowledge that? Yeah, there are perceptions and stuff. I think a lot of it be our imagination as well.
Oh god, B. Oh goddamn.
Yeah,
goddamn. So you saying racism is a figment of imagination? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think a lot of it we do imagine. It's not really real. It's not really. It's like, you remember that meme where the kid was kicking and screaming, and all he had to do was stand up.
Yep.
I think that's what it means. You think in your head, oh, you ain't doing this because I'm black. Huh? It's something in your head you done made up. You know, so I don't think it's really there. I'll do it.
It does boil down to experiences, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being somebody that's lighter than, you know what I'm saying, maybe a dark-skinned cat or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, I've actually experienced it. So when I see videos, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, videos of people getting stopped, people getting questioned, people getting, you know what I'm saying, arrested or whatever the case may be, just because, you know what I'm saying, somebody felt like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, you fit the prescription, you know, of a black person or whatever the case may be. I definitely think that exists because, you know what I'm saying, I've actually lived it.
What if I told you for every video you could pull out that I can pull out 10 more white folks get pulled over and harassed?
I don't think that's the case. That's not the case.
So I can show you 20 million TikTok videos. There's whole channels dedicated to cops. And there's a new thing called auditors. There's people called auditors that go around and mess with the police on purpose. These white boys just to see if they gonna do their job or they're gonna mess with them.
So you mean to tell me a social media video where you see a white dude cursing out the police officers and nothing happened to him, and a black person, you know what I'm saying, having conversations, you know what I'm saying, and then end up getting pulled out of a car, slammed to the ground, you know what I'm saying, and arrested.
They got both. They got both. They got videos of white boys getting tore up, you know, abused and stuff like that, and they get sued, and that's their job. They call auditors. They got whole channels on TikTok. You go ahead and look that up. And they got, a lot of stuff. They got them where they doing everything. They get beat up. They get the whole nine. They go purposely messing with police to see what they're gonna do.
Just the same as a black person.
Yeah. This is, like I said, I seen, you know what I'm saying, a
white person wave a gun in the air, you know what I'm saying, and then pointed at the police officers and never got shot.
Don't forget,
I done seen black people, you know what I'm saying, without a gun get shot.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, you gonna tell me that's the same?
Don't forget that all police are not a monolith. So all of them not the same. So it's different jurisdictions, different people, different situations. You can't paint everything with a broad brush.
You can't, but you know what I'm saying, you can take majority over minority.
All right, so
can we not?
All right, let's talk majority.
Can we not?
All right, let's do that. Majority of police encounters are safe, and both parties go home without any incident. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. So you're saying a majority of incidents.
You're saying majority of the people, you know what I'm saying, would pull over a black person, you know what I'm saying, and then go ahead and let them go.
Correct. If you're talking statistically, all the stops that they have, all the police stops, all of the traffic stops, most of them end peacefully, and there's no exchange. There's nothing happening. There's nothing going on. You know this. You've had encounters with the police, and nothing has happened.
I've had encounters with the police, you know what I'm saying, where I've actually did nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, I've had encounters with the police where I was just kind of hollering at a chick or whatever, dropping a chick off, and I got pulled over and arrested for absolutely doing nothing in high school. So, you know what I'm saying, like, because I fit the prescription of somebody, because I fit the prescription of, you know what I'm saying, somebody that quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying, it never been taken farther, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, had a robbery in the area. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but you know what I'm saying, I've been pulled over and put in handcuffs for that.
Right, but if you wasn't that person, there was no charges.
If I was put in handcuffs, you know what I'm saying, there was no charges, but you know what I'm saying, there was no point in me putting in handcuffs.
Well, how do they know?
How do you but you know what I'm saying, how did you put me, you know what I'm saying, as in high school, you know what I'm saying, again in high school, how do you put me as a person that robbed somebody, you know what I'm saying, when I'm just sitting in front of a high school? They don't know that,
so you got to let them do their job. So you let them do their job when it's your house, but when they're just doing their job, it's a hassle. They're isolating you. It's feelings now. So let them do their job.
Let them do their job.
If you didn't do anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about.
If I didn't do anything wrong, you know what I'm saying, I was the right complexion, you know what I'm saying, it would have been, hey, look, go about your day.
Are you saying that no other nationality, no other ethnic group get taken to jail, put in handcuffs because they fit the description?
When you talk about numbers, no, it's not.
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna put the numbers on that. So no other nationality except black folks get put in handcuffs because they fit the description.
Correct.
Okay.
When you're talking about numbers, now it's not to say that anybody,
right,
of a different race, you know what I'm saying, doesn't get put in handcuffs. But when you talk about the numbers,
Right. So
when
if
you're
I
talking
can
about
prove you-
the statistics of it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's of course more black
And
people.
where you get those statistics, what's the source? Or is that just what you feel?
No, it's not what I feel. You know what I'm saying?
What's the
It's the statistics of it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what's
it's
the
the
source?
statistics.
Where's the source? What's the source?
The source is whoever's taking surveys on it. Whoever's
All right, what
paying
survey?
attention to the numbers of it, or whatever case
Where?
may be. You know
Who?
what I'm saying?
Give me a survey. Give me a website.
What? I can give you a website, but you know what I'm saying I can't give it to you right now.
All
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
so-
Like
all right,
I've
so
seen
how you
articles. I've seen articles with the statistics. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
like,
what's the article?
you can't-
Who's the author?
you
Who's
can't-
what's the source?
Yeah, not a problem. I send it to you.
You know what I'm saying? See, I think
send that to you.
I think it's just how
I
you
send it to
feel.
you.
I think it's just how you feel. And then most people, if you were in a different nationality, you wouldn't feel that way. You know,
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So you
I think
so you
it's
think
the boogeyman.
so you
There's
think
nothing really there.
it's the boogeyman, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
black people don't get pulled over.
White
Because they
people don't
feel-
get pulled
because they
over.
feel-
Asian people don't
because
get
they feel
pulled
the same-
over.
They do. But what I'm saying is they get pulled over. But when we're talking about numbers, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When we're talking
So
about
you said black
percentages,
folks get pulled
when we're
over
talking
more
about
than any other nationality.
100%. 100%.
Okay, what's the statistics on that? Show me the source.
I can show you the source. You
Okay,
know what I'm
show
saying?
me
I
that.
can say it to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
Yes.
over the course of years, you know what I'm saying, which I've seen, right? You know what I'm saying? So over the course of years, which I've seen statistics with articles and everything else, you know what I'm saying, they've come out, black people are put over a lot more. But you know what I'm saying, when it comes to now, you know what I'm saying, if you want me to pull the statistics up, I don't have that right now, B.
Okay, gotcha. So you basically going
So,
over.
you know what I'm
field.
saying? Well, if you want me to send it to you, I have no problem looking it up and sending it to you. But if you Google it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we can pretty much pull up.
Right, and we talking nationwide statistics, not just one isolated county. We talking
Oh yeah, it's nationwide. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to
let's listen to a
the
quick-
nationalities that's pulled or nationalities that's questioned on certain things and arrested, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We can talk about that, you know what I'm saying? But when you talk about now, you know what I'm saying? I didn't come full deck, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you can cite such.
So they said African. I just did a quick Google search. It said
Yes, sir.
African American only represent 14% of drivers that's pulled over. So that's far from majority.
That's far from majority, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
majority is 51%.
51% what?
Of drivers that's pulled over. They're only 14%.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not the majority of drivers. They're only. I just did a quick Google search. What races?
Well, who said that? Who did that? Who did that research?
This is ACLU of Michigan.
ACLU of Michigan. Okay.
Right. It says study of nearly 100 million traffic stops across the United States revealed that black folks are about 14% of most likely to be stopped by other drivers relative to their residential population. The study is the largest of its kind, also measured disparity in stop rates before and after sunset. So 14%. So they're a minority of traffic stops. Again, it's the boogeyman. It's how you feel. It's not.
It's definitely not the bigger man, but you know what I'm saying, it's fine. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? I can look it up. That's not a problem.
Right.
That's not a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel you. I used to think like that, but I start thinking like, man, it's instead of giving what the media feeds me, actually start doing some independent thinking. And what I came to the conclusion is like, man, ain't nothing stopping me but me. All this other stuff is, the boogeyman stuff bounced under the bed ain't really there. I haven't got pulled over in years. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
correct.
So let's be all the way 100. So that means I'm scared to drive now?
No, that doesn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that, you know what I'm saying, you haven't actually experienced what the rest of, you know what I'm saying, the nationality experience.
When I did
that's
get
not a big
pulled over,
a big deal.
when I did get pulled over, I was in the wrong. Let's keep it all the way 100. I was doing the wrong thing. I was either speeding, I had my tent too dark, and I was hoping I didn't get caught, like the dude with the PPP loan. Let's keep it all the way 100. You know?
All right. So if I Google this right here, you know what I'm saying? It says in 2019, 69.4% of all the individuals arrested were white. 26.6% were black and African American, and 4% were other races.
You took it to something else. You just put arrested
for whom, you know what I'm saying, who were unnecessarily reported. Huh?
69% is majority.
Let's see here. Total arrested, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. 20.
So
let's see here.
Again, you took it the wrong way. I don't want to go down this road, but my route is this. It's like I think a lot of stuff.
Yep.
If you remove the fear, it's not really
okay.
Nothing really stopping you.
There's nothing that's really stopping.
This one is so controversial. I don't even know if you want to play this one. If they stay 2 hours, they deserve to see this one. You know, but this is a brand herder right here. I know you ain't gonna agree with this one right here.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it, B.
This so controversial.
All right.
This is so controversial. I know you disagree with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this is a brand herder right here.
All right, let's see.
You know, you gonna say you gonna go the opposite way just to try to protect your brand.
Of course. Okay.
Let's see. You said of course. Truth don't matter.
Let's see it.
You know what I'm saying? So this if they said stay this long, they deserve. Most people ain't gonna stay this long.
Any girl wearing a nose ring, tongue piercing, navel piercing, or tattoos is broadcasting a warning to every high-value man: stay away. These are not fashion statements. These are badges of impulsiveness, poor decision-making, and deep-seated dysfunction. A woman who brands her skin like cattle is telling you she belongs to the streets. She does not think long-term. She does not value legacy. She does not respect tradition, discipline, or stability. She is addicted to attention, chaos, and rebellion. This is not a woman you build a life with. This is a woman you run from, like your survival depends on it. Because it does. For your financial and mental health, avoid any woman who wears leggings like a uniform, is glued to a big phone, and rocks expensive wigs while being unemployed. Understand this. These women are professional parasites. They offer nothing but empty demands, delusions of grandeur, and a never-ending thirst for your resources. They contribute zero. They produce nothing. They exist only to consume. They want the lifestyle, the bags, the vacations, the soft life. But they don't want to work for it. They want you to fund their fantasy while they explore their options behind your back. They don't love you. They love what you can provide. And the second you stop providing, she will be gone before you can say, I thought she was different. Her past is not her past. Her past is your future nightmare. You think she's changed? Wrong. Women don't change. They adapt to their surroundings. If she spent her prime years bouncing from one bad decision to another, those decisions are ingrained into her DNA. You cannot reprogram a woman's past. You can only suffer for it. You are not her therapist, her counselor, her savior, or her second chance. If she made reckless choices, those choices come with consequences. Don't let her make you one of them. Judge her by her past, harshly, unapologetically, ruthlessly. Society will tell you to give her a chance. That's loser advice. The men she truly wanted never gave her a chance. They took what they wanted and left. Now, after her best years are gone, she's looking for a good man to play cleanup crew. Do not be that man. A woman with a past will destroy your future. She will bring baggage, emotional damage, entitlement, and unrealistic expectations. You will be paying for the mistakes of men who got all the benefits while you get all the responsibility. A woman's past is a time bomb, and if you ignore the ticking, it will explode in your face. God forgives. We don't. We are not here to understand. We are not here to accept. We are not here to fix broken women. We are here to conquer, build, and protect our kingdom from destructive forces. A damaged woman is a direct threat to your peace, your purpose, and your power. If you ignore this warning, you deserve everything that happens to you. Your time will be wasted. Your money will be drained. Your energy will be depleted. Your heart will be shattered. But if you are a man of strength, intelligence, and discipline, you will walk away. You will refuse to entertain liabilities. You will set standards and enforce them with an iron fist. You will never settle for leftovers, because you are a king, and a king does not share his throne with a jester. This is your final wake-up call. Choose wisely or get destroyed. Warning, read this and never unsee it. This will rewire your mind for dominance. Proceed only if you are ready to escape the illusion. Any girl wearing a nose ring, tongue piercing, navel piercing, or tattoos is a walking hazard sign. These are not decorations. They are markings of dysfunction, chaos, and poor decision-making. These women are programmed for destruction. She is impulsive. She is addicted to attention. She is rebellious and uncontrollable. Do you think a woman who defaces her own body with permanent ink, metal, and meaningless symbols has the ability to respect you, your future, or your legacy? Number. She respects nothing. She follows no order. She is guided by pure hedonism. Avoid her at all costs. This is just chapter 1. If you want the rest of the dark code, stay locked in. More hidden truths are coming soon. Comment book, and I will DM you the link to check out. Join the war against weakness. Subscribe to Brave Minds for more unfiltered truth. Comment, I choose strength, if you refuse to be weak. Like this video if you demand more from yourself and the world. And share this message to wake up another man before it's too late. Stay alert. Stay disciplined. Stay untouchable. Stay Putinized. End transmission.
It was long, but you know what I mean? It's this stuff we can't say out loud, man, but it's real.
I think you know what I'm saying, they said a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that was actually true. And then you know what I'm saying, they said a whole bunch of stuff that actually false. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, you know, you can generalize somebody that has piercings or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, to somebody that's broken.
Well, the thing is, we 51% or more. We generalization's not a word work. You know, is there exceptions to the rules? Yes. However, we don't make as men decisions based on exceptions. We look at stuff in general. In general, does when you step in front of a car going 100 miles per hour, do you get injured? Generally, yes. Well, one time you might make it and you got scot-free. Yeah, probably so. But I'm not going to base my decision based on that. I'm going to get the fuck out of the way.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You're going to base your decision upon, you know what I'm saying, the relationship that you have with that individual. No, not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, they have piercings. No, I can't.
No, they're talking about people.
You can't prejudge somebody like that.
You can, because it tells you, like they said, it tells you about the respect that they have for their body. You marked your body, you marked it up. You know, it gives me a clue. You understand the old cliche is you can't judge a book by a cover. However, you know the difference between a phone book and a Playboy magazine. You can kind of see the thickness. We still judging. All right, that's kind of thick, so that's probably going to be a phone book. Or it's kind of thin and fluff.
I don't know, B. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we still make assumptions, you know, and it gives you a clue on what's going on.
It still makes assumptions, but you know what I'm saying, you can't make the assumptions upon what you see from a person. You know what I'm saying? It's how you interact with a person, you know what I'm saying? What they give to you versus what you give to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. Not just because they have a nose piercing or eye piercing or whatever the case may be. You ain't the one for me. Now, I do get it, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of women are created because of what their past is. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women are just like, well, look, I was everything to this guy. You know what I'm saying? He shitted on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to shit on the next guy that comes along. I 100% get that. But just to prejudge a lady because of that,
well, no,
that part I don't get.
It's the opposites. We all created equal as human beings. However, we don't have equal roles, and we have to build our value. They're giving their value. So, so they're giving their values is their beauty and their fidelity. That's their value. They give. Once you start giving that away and start scarring your beauty up by drinking and smoking and making that devalues you, because men are visual. The reason why we want an attractive woman because we want our kids to look good. It's primal. You want the most. The man's biggest thing is legacy. We want our kids to be healthy, strong, and look good. That's why we so visual. And then that's first, and then everything else comes secondary. We want a woman that look good.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I mean,
Because you know what I'm saying?
Again, in general. When you find a guy, and if that's the case, then we wouldn't consume porn or anything like that. We visual first.
Not quite. So you know what I'm saying? So I say this.
But let me finish my thought.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
So we want a woman that look good. It's their beauty that we value. Is one of the things, and their temperance, meaning that they don't give it out to everybody. Because statistics have shown that the more bodies a woman has, the less the bigger the probability for divorce. This is studies. They have 5 times more chance for divorce if they have a whole bunch of bodies. Because they can't pair bond with somebody because you got too much experience, So that's why they used to marry virgins back in the days. That's just what it is because you only know me, and I get to mold you, and from an early age. So you get a woman that's 35 that's been around the block. It's a lot harder to make that stick. And what America has seen is that the experiment that they have is failed, and it's getting worse because with the feminist movement. They're teaching them, hey, don't get married early, value your career, act like men. And now they're seeing that nobody's getting married and everybody's single and everybody's getting more miserable, prescription medicine and all that's going down. The family's going down. This is what's happening right now. It's too much options. Women got too many options, too many people sliding in the DM. You know what I mean? And it's when they have options, they're going to go for the best deal. It's called hypergamy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is what it is. So back to what I was saying. My point I was saying is that their job. Think about it. All right, let's take it from the finite. People respect stuff that you earn that's hard. For a man to build himself up from coming from the mud to build himself up to a multimillionaire, that's respected because that's hard to do. For a woman to sleep with somebody, that's easy. All she got to do is cock it open. Somebody gonna take it. That's not celebrated. That's why that's kind of looked down at every society that you could think of. Being promiscuous is always frowned upon because it's easy to do. So their job is to actually get a man, keep a man long term, and keep a family together. That's what they celebrated for. So for a woman to act like a man, we equal. I can have as many bodies, and I can go ahead and jump into a relationship at 40, and it'd be the same. No, it won't, because you got all these bodies, and it's not gonna be the same because you made bad decisions early in your life. You chose that career. You chose to play the carousel and hop from person to person, and now it's hard for a man to take you serious. I don't want a 40-year-old. I don't know about you. I'm not messing with no 40. I don't like vintage vagina. You know what I'm saying? So give me that 18 to 25-year-old give me that 18 to 25-year-old that I can mold, that don't have all the bodies, that don't have all the experience, because the steak is not eaten, it's not better digested when somebody else ate it. I want to be the first person to eat this steak. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you know what I'm saying is my turn to go now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I wholeheartedly disagree. Right?
I imagine you would.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Of course I disagree. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about a woman, you know what I'm saying, and what they actually idolize, you know what I'm saying? There's so many celebrities that makes millions of dollars. If you just look at athletes, entertainments, or whatever the case may be, when they pop up with their wives, you be like, damn, that's the person they chose to be with, whatever the case may be. It's some regular chick. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? When you got those promiscuous women, you know what I'm saying, that you got those promiscuous women that have been around the industry, whatever the case.
By default, minority.
But we're talking about majority. So, you know what I'm saying? When you're talking about majority of, you know what I'm saying, the celebrity or people, the men that are well
celebrities
off,
by default are a minority of people. Everybody's not a celebrity.
Everybody not a celebrity, but you know what I'm saying, we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, just in general. What we're talking about
talking
is
in general. You can't talk celebrities.
But what I'm saying is we're talking in general, but we're talking about the people that we see, right? You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about regular Blow Joe, you know what I'm saying, that's not in the limelight, that we don't necessarily use it as an example. You know what I'm saying? So for majority of the people that you think about, you know what I'm saying, just think about all the millionaires. Let's talk about Bill Gates. Bill Gates is not necessarily a celebrity, right? You know what I'm saying? He's the former owner of Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, still has ownership of Microsoft, whatever the case may be. When you look at his wife, you're just like, damn, that's the one he chose to wife up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's regular degular. Because, you know what I'm saying, what you think about is, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking about the normal everyday wife, you know what I'm saying, that you see on social media that's throwing out their ass, throwing out their titties, or whatever the case may be. Those are not the people that get wiped up. Those are the people, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, look, we're going to date for a little bit. Society thinks that we're dating, but really we're just smashing every now and again, or whatever the case may be. We're spending time together. But do I think of you as somebody that I wife up? No, I'm not wifing you up. When you think about somebody that they make wifey, you're thinking about, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, that's the person that they chose to wife up, because that's the regular person that they're talking about. They're not talking about the person that was scarred by men in the history, and then now they want to gain something. They want to show their ex or whatever the case may be. Those are not the people that get wifed up. Those are not the people that actually get a ring. It's the people that, you know what I'm saying, it's the people that connects with the celebrity or connects with the regular person, or whatever the case may be. My best friend, somebody that I can talk to, that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're not just in it for money. They're not scarred by previous relationships. Those are the people that I can hang out with. If I go hang out, if me and B go to Vegas and go hang out, my wife is the one, you know what I'm saying, I can bring with me. And she's like one of the fellas. You know what I'm saying? We're cool. You know what I'm saying? She can hang with the fellas, she can hang with the women, whatever the case may be. So when you talk about, you know what I'm saying, these women that are just throwing a cat everywhere, you know what I'm saying, those are not the women that get wiped up. Those are the women that get knocked off for a certain period of time, and then they send on about their way. So you can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, you know, everybody's looking for the woman that, you know what I'm saying, that's scarred, or the woman that's looking for money, whatever. That's not the case.
Nah, who said anything about that? I don't know what.
That's what you're saying. So what you're saying is that, you know what I'm saying, women that were scarred by men previous to, that are looking for a come up for the next man, is the woman that get wiped up, and that's not the case.
No, the point is, if you looked at the video, he's warning you about trying to settle with that type of woman. You know, and he's saying keep your standards. He's warning you, like, don't take them serious. That's the point of the video.
Which is what most men do. Right?
Not everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not simple.
No, I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying most men. I'm saying larger than 50% will not wipe up.
If that was the case, there wouldn't be a need for that video. They do have a lot of guys that fall victim to that. You know, that's why that was a need. That was a need for the video.
There are a certain percentage of guys that feel like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, this baddie that has 2 million followers on Instagram, I need to be with. You know what I'm saying? I need to wife up. There are certain percentages of that.
That's
But
not
when you're talking
necessarily-
about over 50%, over 50% is going to go with the regular degular that they can
No.
get along with.
Let's get this straight. First of all, you got the average chick, a 5 or a 6, gets 100% more action than a good-looking man. The statistics. These are statistics. For a man to get laid is hard.
Statistics from where? Where are these statistics coming from?
So you could go into any Facebook dating survey. You could go any. You could Google this. How would I ask this? What is the percentage? Is the percentage?
That's a tough one to quantify. That's a tough one to
Nah,
quantify. What I can't tell you. What I can't tell you, you know what I'm saying, the men that's well off, just look at their wives. Just look, Google any well-known off man that owns something or whatever the case may be that's well off. Look at their wife. That's all I'm saying. Their wife is not one that's showing their ass on social media, whatever the case may be, that's bending over, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no women that's scorned by previous men or whatever the case may be. Now, granted, you're gonna find relationships where men are knocking them off, but you know what I'm saying?
All right, so this
wife,
is for the national,
get a ring? No.
This is from the NLB, National Library of Medicine.
All right.
They say men 24 to 35.
Yep.
Hold on, let's see where. Let me make sure. Hold on one second. All right, so I'm looking for the raw numbers here.
I do you one better, you know what I'm saying? Just think of any main man, you know what I'm saying, that's actually making money, that's wealthy. not entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Not entertainment, whatever case may be. Just any man that's wealthy, you know what I'm saying, and look at their wives.
I think you're missing the point. I think you jumped way out of the stratosphere.
No. This is solely off the video. The video is talking about people that scorn, women that are scorned by men previous to. That's what the video said. The women that are scorned by men previous to are only socially, you know what I'm saying, just trying to look for any kind of come up, so to speak, whatever the case may be. But all I'm saying is that if you're looking for a man that actually has money, that's wealthy, just look at their wife, not the one that they're dating or knocking off. Just look at their wife. And then, you know what I'm saying, tell me that they're not in social media, they're showing their ass or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? They're not, you know, whatever the case, you know, whatever they chose to be the video.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
You totally off base. What the video was talking about is they're warning men that, you know, there's certain women.
There's certain women that are looking for a come up.
Well,
that's what it says.
Majority
you
all of them.
You can replay the video. You can replay the video.
Hold on a second. All of them are. Don't forget that their superpower is to get you.
Not all of them. Some of the people, some of the women are worried about getting their own bag. They're like, look, I don't need a man, but I want a man. There's a difference.
51% or more is the majority. That's
50% or more of what?
51% or more. We're talking majority.
50% or more of what? What we're talking about?
51% or more women are looking actually to, if they're gonna, you're missing the point. If they're gonna get in a relationship, they're looking for somebody that's gonna make them come up, not down. They're not looking for. Most women are not looking for to take care of a man. They're looking for a man that's smarter than them, that can lead them, that can take care of them. They're looking for it to come up, not go down.
Oh yeah, so well I agree with that.
Yeah, 51% or more are looking for a come up.
But those women have their own bag. So you know what I'm saying? Those women are making money for
not
themselves.
All women have their own bag.
How you figure? So you know what I'm saying? A woman that's looking to knock down a man. We're talking about in majority. You know what I'm saying? A woman that's looking to lock down a man is not looking to, hey, look, I have $100 in my account. I'm looking for a billionaire.
Right. You said they have their own bag. Most women
they have their own bag. They have their own money.
So a woman with $100 in her account has their own money? By your words?
No. What I'm saying is, what you're saying is, you know what I'm saying, a woman that has $100 in her account is looking for a millionaire to bring her up. And that's not the case, is what I'm saying.
So women are not looking for what I just said, to come up, so somebody to take care of them, for protect and provide. Most women are not doing it.
No, they're not.
So 51% of women are not looking for somebody to take care of them?
No. 51%, 51% in 20. 51% of women in 2025 have their own money. They're just looking for a man that they don't have to take care of. They're not looking for a man that just straight come out of jail with no job.
Nah,
they're not looking for a man that works at McDonald's.
They're given the choice.
Looking for a man.
They're given the choice. Most women, and Kevin Samuels on at nauseum showed this night in, night out for 5 years. Most women, if given a choice, will choose not to work. They will choose to stay at home and be a housewife. Kevin Samuels.
If you're talking about over 50% of men would not mind being a trophy husband that stays at home
that's incorrect.
And it makes no money. So you know what I'm saying, when you're talking about the realism, 51% when you're talking about the realism of the situation, you know what I'm saying, nobody wants to work. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when you're talking about women, you're talking about men.
Where that's at? No.
What you mean where that's at?
Most men.
You mean to tell me if I did a survey of 100 men, you know what I'm saying, at least 50% of the men wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, I would be okay with the woman that makes the money and I stay at home?
Correct. I would say that. Most men are.
Oh, that's crazy. Most
men are traditional. They're gonna want to be the bread earner, and they have a woman that stay at home.
No fucking way. In 2025, B. We're not talking about 1975. We're talking about 2025.
2025. Yes. And then
you crazy.
You could go on whatever podcast that you want, and you see it. You know, so I think you got to touch the reality. You know what I'm saying? Most men.
Hey, look, if you went out to the club tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, and you met a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, that said, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, I just want you to stay home and take care of you gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying, you be like, nah, I'm good.
Nope, don't want to.
Okay.
Don't want to. It's my show. I don't want a woman competing with me. I'm not a beta male. I'm an alpha male. So that might be how you get that.
Hey, look, that sound good.
Yeah,
that sound good, B, but I know different. I know different. If you met a badass woman that's like, look, I make money, you know what I'm saying, look, you just go ahead and go on and do what you want to do.
Nope, don't want to. Wouldn't even talk to her.
Come on, B. Come on, B.
I promise
Come on,
you.
B.
I promise you.
Come on, B.
I don't want a woman that I don't want a man.
The chances of you running into that is slim to none, right? You know what I'm saying? But if the case, you know what I'm saying, it happened where you ran into that, you'd be like, well, you know what I'm saying, you know, look, I had to change of heart. I had to change of heart, you know what I'm saying? I had to change of heart, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
Nah, I'm a purpose-driven man, so how am I gonna play out my purpose if I'm sitting at home doing nothing? And then I don't want to.
Ain't nobody. Look, even if it was the case, you know what I'm saying, where she made. Okay, so you mean to tell me? Well, look, let me ask you this, B. Would you make your own money, right? Would you be okay being in a relationship where a woman make more money than you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I don't want a woman making no money. I don't want a woman working for another man anyway.
Okay.
Not that man. I'm competing with that other man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be real about the situation, that's fine.
Nah, that's real gonna get.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? If you met a woman that you connected with, you know what I'm saying, that made more money than you, you'd be like, nah,
I wouldn't even talk to a woman.
I'm good.
I don't like no
I'm
PhD.
good.
I don't want no PhD career woman. I already know you super.
Why? So you can control her?
Exactly. It's my show.
Okay, I got
my show. It's called Mrs. You're gonna be Mrs. Brandon Dixon. I'm not gonna be no hyphenated name. That's for y'all blue boys. I don't get down like that. I don't rock like that at all.
I hear what you're saying.
Nah,
but I know it's a different story. I know it's a different story. I know it's a different story. In 2025, B, stop it.
Nah, hell nah. I don't even get that.
Stop
I
it, B.
wouldn't even rock like that.
Stop it.
I wouldn't even entertain them. I wouldn't even talk to them.
You wouldn't
I talk to them like
her?
one of the fellas.
You wouldn't even talk to her?
I wouldn't even talk to her.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I don't even want to talk. I even talk to some of them really. They got Boss Babe, and then I don't even want to talk to them. I don't want to hear that stuff.
Nah, okay,
Boss
I got
B,
you.
Boss B, go boss somewhere else. Boss your ass over there. Get your ass over
Hey,
there.
look, that sound good.
Nah, that's really good.
That sound good. But you know what I'm saying, when you talk about majority of men, you know what I'm saying, if you did a survey, yeah.
Nah, most men
it'll be a different story.
Nah,
In 2025, stop.
Some of
In
these new boys might be
2025,
something
stop
different.
it.
Some of these new MRMs, these mama raised men, they might be a little bit different now.
So
You know,
are we talking? Okay, so that's fine. You know what I'm saying? So you give it up. Some of these new moderated men, but you know what I'm saying, are we talking over 50%?
They're not over 50%.
Or we talking about less than 50%?
We're talking about less than 50%. Some boys might go for that, but it's still not. But the majority of people, and they show with the election, are traditional and conservative.
B, it's over 50% of men right now that don't want to work. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
they got
that's
a lot of
bullshit.
new generation of cats
That's
that don't
bullshit.
want to work.
Nah, you
So
talking
you
about
mean to tell me, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't
Nah,
come up
that's
on a
bullshit.
woman that making her own money? You know what I'm saying? Be like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Majority of men want to work. I'm talking about when you
Majority of men want to work when? In this labor force?
Yes. Yes. Don't forget, we putting everybody together. We putting boomers, Gen X, millennials. Now, if you talking about, you break it up, you talking about Gen Z or Gen Alpha Z or whatever that is, you might, I still don't think it's a majority. You got a larger portion that might not want to work, but men overall, 51% want to work and like their career and like what they do.
Hey, look, we can do a survey.
You got to get around different circles.
Hey, look, we can do a survey on the inner circle of you and me. You know what I'm saying? And guarantee it's gonna be larger than 50%.
What partner you got?
Larger than 50%, B. I guarantee larger than 50%.
Let's do this. What partners you got that don't work?
No, all my partners work.
Okay,
no,
then.
No. I'm not saying that. All my partners work, but they work because they have to. If you tell them, you know what I'm saying, that they had a woman that came along, their wives or whatever, their girlfriends, whatever the case may be, and said you didn't have to work, who gonna say no? You gonna tell me over 50% gonna say no?
Hell, not just no, but hell no.
No, I'm not talking about you, B. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I know you ain't gonna be honest. I'm talking about your partners. If we did a survey of your partners, if you did a survey of your partners, would they say no or yes? That's all I'm asking.
My partner would say absolutely no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, hell no. We're not doing that.
Well, look, we're gonna do a survey. We're gonna do a survey and find out.
Right. Nah, my partner's traditional. You know, that's the you out of order. It's Christ ahead of man ahead of woman,
all right,
and woman over the children. That's the order it goes. And I'm sticking that till the day I die.
That sounds really antiquated, you know what I'm saying? But that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not reversing the order.
You ain't got to be, but what the question is over 50%. What's the reversing of the order? What's the order on 50? Over 50%.
Over 50% of males in the U.S. and probably the world.
You part of the 49%. I get it. What's the 51%? Where that's at? Where they sitting at? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think it's close. You probably got a small slither of lazy bums that'll take that.
You ain't got to be lazy bum. All I'm saying is, the relationship as it sits 2025, B, not 1975, 2025, you know what I'm saying? If we did a survey, I'm telling you.
But let's get all the way funky with it.
You'll be blown away.
This wasn't the conversation, but let's shift the conversation to what you're talking about.
All right, let's talk about it.
Most people, in order to be a boy toy, because you're not a man, you're a boy toy at that point. Okay. Most people are not equipped to be a boy toy.
B, let me ask you this. Is there not a larger percent of men since COVID? There's not a larger percent of men that stays at home, you know what I'm saying, while the woman works now than what it was back in 1995.
Stay at home and work from home? Or are you talking about stay at home and to be a Mr. Mom?
Just stay at home because the woman had a better opportunity to make more money.
No.
Okay.
Most relationships now, they have more 50-50 relationships. I will yield to that. But
Okay.
then a woman will not sit there more than 6 months and pay him all a man's bills.
In 2025,
In
B,
2025, you delusional, bro. A woman don't want that. A woman don't want to take care of no man. A woman want a man.
look, in 2025, B, a woman would approach a man that they're interested in, which in 1975 they would never do that. If a man interested in me, you know what I'm saying, I would never approach a man. Can we agree on that?
A woman's not
Can
gonna
we agree?
approach-
Hold on. Can we agree on that, B?
A
Can we
woman's
agree on
gonna
that?
mess with.
A woman is more prone to approach a man now than she was in 1975. Can we agree on
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then now, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about the shift of mindset, you mean to tell me the shift of the mindset wouldn't be okay for a woman to make more money and a man to stay at home?
A woman will
If
make
that
more
was
money.
actually
All right, listen,
benefiting the
listen
family.
to what I'm saying. A woman will make more money. However, you better be able to take care of your own bills.
Oh, goddamn, B.
You a woman,
Oh, goddamn.
a woman
Oh,
will
goddamn.
temporarily,
Oh, goddamn, B.
if she really love you, she temporarily take care of you, but she's not gonna permanently take care of your shit. You better have something. You better be doing something.
B, we're talking about 2025 where women have
Right.
way more
Where you see
opportunity
that?
to
Show
make
me
money
where you see
than a
that
man.
at. That's so
Way more
minority.
opportunity to make a man. Dog, when you look at
So you
anything, when you look at anything, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of women that's making more money than men.
You said 51%
There's a lot of women
the
that
US
make more money than men.
population. You said 51% of the U.S. population, the woman is sitting there, and the man is sitting at home and not working. That's what
No,
you're telling me.
I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is that over 50%, the woman makes more money than men.
So
That's
you
all I'm
said
saying.
50. Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious. I'm
women-
dead ass
women-
serious.
You saying women make more money than men?
Correct. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Where? When? How? Who? When?
It's certain. It's definitely situations. Dog.
No.
B. Women are having more opportunities than men right now.
Still don't make-
Look,
they
hey, look,
still
look,
don't
look. You can boil it down to social media by itself. By itself, B. We ain't talking about celebrity. We talking about social media by itself. A woman
I
can
think
make
you
more
live in
money
La
on
La
social
Land.
media than a man can.
Bro,
Are you
you
telling me
live
that
in
they can't?
La La
Are
Land.
you telling me that they can't?
La La Land. Look, bro. You
No. And what I'm asking you, B, is on
Bro.
social media. On
Can you
social media,
read?
can a woman not make more money than men?
Bro, can you read? No, women still earn less than men in 2024. On average, a woman earn about 84 cents to every dollar a man makes for the same job. The gender pay gap, they complain all the time about the gender pay gap. What are you talking about?
We're talking about jobs, B. We're talking about jobs.
We
Period.
talking about jobs.
We're talking about jobs. We're talking about opportunities. Period. You mean to tell me there's
Women
not more
don't make
women
more
that
money
own
than
it?
men, bro.
You mean to tell me there's not more women that own their own business?
They are women that own their own business.
So
However,
then
they
what are we
still
talking
don't-
about,
they're
B?
still
When
outpacing
it's
them.
look, you still haven't answered my question. When it comes to social media, on showing what you have on social media, you mean
top
to tell me
social
there's
media
not more
earners are
opportunity for a
men.
woman to make more money than a man?
The top social media influencers are men, Mr.
Well, then
Beast.
Google that. Google that.
Huh?
Google that, B. Google that. Google
All right.
that.
Golly, bro. You
Google that, B.
delusional.
Google that. A social media, that's crazy. Women have way more opportunity than men
No,
right now.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes
False. False.
to okay. Well, then Google it. Google it. Google it. Google it. Google it. What does the statistics say?
Golly, bro.
What does the statistics say? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But look, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own right to whatever fits their family. I get that. If a man want to make more money than a woman, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to opportunity, and then now, you know what I'm saying, in 2025, a woman has a lot more opportunity than men. That's all I'm saying.
False.
So you know what I'm saying? If a woman makes more money than a man, you know what I'm saying, it's not looked upon the same way.
Boom.
Period.
So out of the top 5, 4 are men.
Dog, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. Are you serious? The top soccer player? Messi, the top soccer player? And then what about that? What about after that? Selena Gomez, Kylie Jenner. Come on, man. You're like, stop it,
Mr.
bro.
Beast, Logan Paul, keep
Stop
going.
it.
Is that
Stop
more men or more women? Okay, you can't. Now you're gonna forget how to count now. I see.
No, I'm not gonna forget how to count now because they are athletes. What does Selena Gomez do? What does Kylie Jenner do?
Selena Gomez is a,
you got Mr. Beast down there. Mr. Beast. Okay, I get that. Where you at? Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxer. All of those are celebrities that you like to exclude from the actual equation. Those are all athletes that you like to exclude from the equation. When you're talking about Selena Gomez, you know what I'm saying? She's a halfway singer. When's the last time she came out with a song?
All right, so let's go. All right, so this is the top earning social media influencers.
Okay.
Man, woman, man, woman.
Yep.
So
Beyonce, Khloe Kardashian, Mr. Beast,
Justin.
Red Link, that's a woman.
Right.
Woman, I don't know about these other cats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever case may be. The Paul brothers, Emma Chamberlain, or whatever case may be. If you're looking at the picture right there, look at that. Katy Perry, Addison Rae, you know what I'm saying? Tyler Swift, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, count the women versus men. Right there on that picture right there. Count the women versus men.
Well,
you trying to score past that. Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian.
Nah, this is the top.
Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to scroll past that. Count the women on that versus men.
Nah,
count
that's
the
not
women
the
on
top.
that versus men.
That's just riches. The
1,
top
2,
10
3,
are right
4,
here, bro.
5, 6. No, don't touch.
Nah,
don't clear out. Can we go back to the pictures? Can we go back to the pictures?
riches up here.
If we're talking about social media influence, can you go back to the pictures, please?
Nah,
if we're talking about the top social media, you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about top social media,
we're talking about
can we count the women? Can we count the women? Can we count the women?
Right here, look at it. You getting the things confused.
Bring the pictures back up. When we're talking about top social media influencers, can you bring the pictures back up?
Nah, you going in.
Can you bring the pictures back up? That's all I'm asking. Can you bring the pictures back up?
Top 10.
Can you bring the pictures back up?
Top 10.
Can you bring
the top 10. So we're not
this is a good one. This is a good one, B. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is you see it. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? When we offline,
you ask for the top earner, the top 5 out of
B, when we're offline, you can go back and count. Because I didn't have enough time to count. I count 8 off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I know it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? So
got toward the bottom, they just said riches. They didn't say the top.
Oh, here we go.
We're talking the top.
Hey, look, goalpost.
Nah, do we say
goalpost?
You
know what I'm saying? Hey, look, all I'm saying, what I'm saying is you can show them. You turn the pictures off, B. Can I get the pictures back?
They went into something different. They said other social media influence, other rich social media influencers.
All right, I got you, B.
But
I got
you
B.
moving the goalpost.
Hey, prove your point. Prove your point, B. Prove your point. At the end of the day, you saw more women on there than you saw men.
I didn't see
all
more.
I'm saying, you saw more women on there than you saw men.
Than women.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I see more men than women.
Look, you ain't got your glasses on, B. I'm gonna give you
out of the top 5, 4 are men, 1 is woman.
B, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about top social media influencers, when you showed the picture, you quickly turned off that because you already know what it is, B.
Nah,
you already know what it is.
I think you. First of all, it has nothing to do with your point. Second of all,
it has everything to do with my point because you know what I'm saying when you talk about social media opportunity, it's more women. Okay. And you turned it off that B. So I tell you what, if you want to prove your point, put the pictures back up. Put the pictures back up, B. Put the pictures back up. Let's count. Put the pictures back up. Let's count.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. But that's not the point. The point is this.
What's the point?
You're saying you're in a delusional world if you think most men are going to sit there and most women are taking care of most men. Second of all, that point is defeated. Second of all, then you switch.
How is that defeated when you just proved my point, B?
So
how is that defeated when you just proved my point?
So social media influencers is by default the minority. We're talking the majority.
What I'm saying is that that's a certain milestone that you're looking at when you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, the opportunities that when you're talking about milestones that women have over men. Women have the opportunity to make money more than men.
Are they making it? I just Googled that. We still earn more than them.
Jennifer Lopez makes
Are
more
you-
money
are you-
than the
are
men
you-
that she
are
dates.
you skipping the fact that
Beyonce
we
make
still
more
own-
money than Jay-Z.
Are you
Jay-Z
skipping
make
the-
a shit ton of money.
Are you
I get
skipping
that.
the fact that we
But
still
Beyonce
earn more
makes
money?
more money, bro.
Are you skipping the fact that it just said they earn 84 cents to every dollar that we make? Are you
That's on a
skipping that
regular
fact?
job. If I'm comparing me as a mortgage broker
All right, so
to you as a woman, be as a mortgage broker,
the majority
you
of
make
Americans
84
have regular
cents. What I'm
jobs?
saying is that we don't.
The majority of
in a-
Americans have regular
in a-
jobs.
In a typical
The
relationship, are we
majority
working the
of
same
Ameri-
job?
a majority
In a
of American
typical
influencers-
relationship, B, are we working the same job?
A
In a
majority of
typical
American
relationship,
influencers?
let me ask you this, B.
Are the
you
majority
gonna
of
date,
American
would you ever date or
Are the
marry
majority of
another mortgage
Americans on
broker?
social media
Would you
influencers?
ever date or marry another mortgage broker?
Are majority of social media
Would
majority
you?
of American
You
social
still
media-
answer my question. Would
No,
you ever
a
date
majority-
or marry another mortgage broker?
Are the majority of American social media influencers, or is that a small percentage of this population?
No, it's a large percentage that's indicative of the society that we're in.
Not
B. That's
indicative
what
of
you're not
the society.
understanding.
Most
It's
people are 9 to 5ers. Most people work regular jobs. Are you not? Are you?
Most people work regular jobs, and they also
Okay.
use social media as a platform to make money, as well as boutiques
That's
or
still-
whatever
that's
side
still a
business,
small
whatever case may
percentage
be
of the
that they make.
population. Most people are not on social media and making money.
God damn, B.
Most people use social media as entertainment. Not everybody, but the majority of people are not on. Are use social media for entertainment.
What I'm saying is that, you know what I'm saying, the social media platform and what we look
What
at
does
as
that
far
have to
as far as money making, women making money more than men,
So
you
you
know what I'm
saying
saying, is
the majority-
indicative of society.
So you
It's
saying-
indicative of society. That's
So
all I'm
you-
saying.
So you saying because there's social media influencers that negates the statistics of the regular job folks?
No, what I'm saying is it's indicative of the society that we're in 2025 is what I'm saying.
Okay, but I just showed the statistics that say women still earn less than men.
But that's the same job, B. What you're not missing, what you're
You're
not
not-
understanding
no,
is that's the
what you
same
missing is
job.
that-
If I am an engineer and I'm compared to another woman engineer, she probably make 84 cents more, you know what I'm saying, less than me. Okay, I get that, right? But you know what I'm saying that's not the only opportunity that women have, is what I'm saying.
So you saying that even on OnlyFans, statistics show that most women only make $100. There's only about 500 influencers.
If you're looking at OnlyFans and you're comparing and doing statistics on OnlyFans, a woman is going to make more money on OnlyFans than a man.
that is correct. Now I will yield to that. But
It's
social
the same
media
thing for
is not- most people are not on social media to make money.
Right. A lot of people are not on social media to make money. But what I'm saying is that one indicator, one KPI is indicative of society.
It's
Society has actually grown from
Small
what your mindset is, B.
No,
Society
it's a
has grown.
small-
What you're thinking,
social
what
media
your
is a
mind,
small
your mindset
sliver.
is thinking. Your mindset is thinking women are still at home babysitting children, and that's not the case in 2025.
No.
That is exactly what your mindset is, B. A
they
man's
need
going to
to
make
be.
more money because a woman's at home take care of the babies, and that's not society.
No. Women have been in the workforce since the 60s. Actually, since the end of World War II. And that was by design. That was one of the Rockefellers. However, they still don't earn as much as men.
Okay.
Third thing is that a woman, yes, she will go out there and work. However, she will not take care of a man, not long term.
What?
That is false.
What?
A woman
B,
will not take care of
I
a
need
man
you to
long
stop.
term.
I need you to stop, B. Stop.
So she's gonna be looking for an exit strategy real soon.
Stop it, B.
So you saying a woman? How many divorces end because the man lost his job or fell on hard times?
There's a lot. I give you that. There's a lot.
Right.
There's
So-
a lot.
so knock
Because
it
you know
off.
what I'm saying
A
the
woman-
man has
a woman not
the
built
man
to take care of a man.
How many times have you heard
woman is
about a
not
man
built
not being
to
able to
take care
come
of a
up with
man.
his
A woman
how
is
many
not
times
built to take care of a man.
No, how many times have you heard about a man not being able to take care of his half of the actual situation?
I haven't heard that too much that a woman will stay there. Most of the time they gone.
Not in every single case, though.
I
Not in
never
every
said
single
it. I
case.
said most of the time they gone. Did you hear me?
Not most of the time. No,
Yes,
not most of the time. Not most of the time. Not being as emotional as women is, you know what I'm saying, to actually stand by their man. No.
Most don't stand by
I don't
their
agree
man.
with that.
Don't forget
Oh, shit. Hey, look, so when we go and talk about, you know what I'm saying, people past coming to, dog, this is indicative of that. You know what I'm saying? So in 2025, there's a lot of women that would actually stand behind their man to their fault. To their fault, B.
No.
They would actually go down in the ground and be dragged down to the ground to support a man.
Experience and applying it to everybody when it's strictly anecdotal. Statistics show that since the rise of DMs, women have more choice, so they're breaking up the homes even more.
No, B, stop. Come on now. Stop.
Women breaking up the house even more, bro.
Stop. What you're saying right now is asimine.
Nah, that is fact.
What you're saying right now is asinine. You know what I'm saying? There's no goddamn way, B. Stop it.
You know, has social media hurt marriages?
Social media hurt marriages. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Oh, we moving the goalposts again? Is that what we talking about? Social media hurting marriages?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
That's what I just said. I said
well,
since
let's go down.
the rise of
We wasn't down that road. We wasn't going down that road, but we can go down that road. I'm cool with that. Let's go down that road.
According to research, studies have shown a correlation between high social media usage and decreased marriage quality. Well, some studies indicate that individuals who use social media tend to have higher marital satisfaction compared to frequent users of one Boston, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. A study published in Computers Human Behavior found a link between social media use and decreased marriage quality, and every model analyzed it. Every model analyzed.
But what does that have to do with a woman supporting a man? What does that have to do with a woman supporting a man?
So it has this to do with it. It has, since social media, they have more options. So they're not gonna sit there. They figure if you fucking up, somebody else is gonna take your place, and they're looking for that somebody else.
No, that's not. B, you and me know that's not in a woman's nature. That's not the woman's nature to be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? You can't handle your side of the shit. I'm gone. It has to be a high level of festivity before a woman decides, okay, well, look, I had enough of your shit. You fucking, which means you fucking with other women. That's number one. You fucking with other women, and then you can't take care of your side of the household. I'm gone. You and me both know that. It ain't the same. It ain't the same as a man. As a man, you know what I'm saying? Look, you can't hold you into the bargain. I'm working. I'm providing. I'm doing all this other stuff. You can't clean the house. You can't cook. I'm gone. For a woman, it's completely different, B. Stop it. It's completely different for a woman. For a woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold you down because you my nigga. Period. And I'm going to hold you down until I get to here, and then you piss me off, and then I'm gone. B, it's not the same.
Bro, all right,
it's not the same.
Let's go statistics.
Man, where's CJ at? Man, get CJ on the horn. Man, I'm not trying to hear this shit you talk about. Where's CJ at, man? You know what I'm saying? Look, you ain't trying to be real right now.
Bro, you are gone. Who initiated divorce more?
Are you serious right now?
Bro, you are gone.
Are you serious right now, B?
I'm about to
you gonna tell me? You gonna tell
the facts in. Bro, who initiates divorce more, men or women? According to research, women generally initiate divorce more than men. Studies have shown that the majority of divorces are initiated by women.
What does that prove? Because I tell you why. Men are natural hunters. Men go chasing ass.
No,
and then obviously when men go chasing ass, women file for divorce, B. That proves my point. That proves my point.
Divorces are started by women. Women leave the house.
B, but why they started by women? You won't Google that. Why they started by women? Because they had up to here with men bullshit.
They found the grass is greener somewhere
else.
Oh
my God. No, it's not because they found the grass is greener. Women are natural.
Oh, you lost your job.
When you're talking about a large number, large number of women are loyal to their men that they have. It's until they reach here of highest of festivity before they actually go. False, B, bro. When you're looking at that statistic, you're not looking at the background of that statistic.